Are we live on the YouTube?
Yes, we are.
On the YouTube, yes, that is
online?
where we are live.
We're on the online.
We're hacking the mainframe, guys.
I'm in. Like they say.
Yeah, I'm in as you're logging into your Neopets account.
So,
Yeah, I definitely need a recap.
I
last
need to recap too.
time,
Do we all need to recap?
I wasn't here last week.
No, I know. I'm
Or a
joking.
week before.
yeah, you missed a great session last week, Zaid. It was we had a grand time.
What was the last thing we were talking about before we ended? Because I do feel like we said we were going to do something, but we were like, no, we should hold off till next week.
We were chatting up with good old Draken. We made it all the way to the castle, and
Yeah, we stabbed him through the heart and he died instantly.
no, we were gonna cut this great deal with him, where we open up, the floodgates so the vampires can get through, and then he cuts us in for Misthalin.
Oh, really?
All the way
So
180.
What happened last session was
To be completely fair, I think we just talked for like 90% of it.
so like a normal session. We roleplayed.
Oh,
yeah.
You talking about last week or last session?
Last week we didn't do anything. You smartass.
Last week.
Because he said last week.
Jeez.
Last week I did a lot actually. I went to the store and got food.
So last session,
Let me YouTube video real quick.
Oz and Jared got kind of the lowdown on what Dermo and Zephylos are doing here in good old Mauritania. And some dude approached us in the bar, saying that he heard that the Myre key can be contacted via a man named Cyrus and Morton. And Dermo and Zephylos were like, all right, let's go. And Oz was like, yeah, I can take you through the swamp. And then he went off to go do some chores. And Dermo and Zephylos went to go ask around town a little bit more and discovered that
We spent a lot of time walking in circles.
The swamp is haunted, infested with gas.
Okay.
And Oz came back and they were like, so when were you going to tell us about the fucking ghasts? And so then we went back to Donnie. And also, they're like, you actually know how to get to Morton, right? And I was like, I've seen it on a map one time. I can get you there, no problem. But they're like, no, we need better directions than that. So we went back to Donnie at the inn, tavern, and asked for better directions to Morton, which he gave us. Then we crashed, and the next morning we traveled to Paterdomus, past Mazkna on the way. Then that night on the way to Paterdomus, on night 1 on the 3-day journey, while we were camping, we got attacked by gelatinous cubes, and they got their surprise round in.
Isn't that where we left
Is this what
off?
I'm seeing right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
literally beginning of
How is my audio coming through, gentlemen?
Dude,
Good to me.
it's so shitty. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's fine.
I was a little bit worried last session because I was listening to the audio again, and it sounded kind of funny, and I was like, was it set to my webcam mic? So I went and
What the-
manually set
Awesome.
it from default device to my headset mic.
I didn't
just
hear
in
any
case.
difference, but I don't know if your stream picked it up differently, but we
See,
definitely heard you fine. We would
I
have said
don't know that I would have noticed anything except for when I had to move my camera. I had to tilt my camera. It made like a lot of noise in the stream.
more than normal.
It might have just been Streamlabs that was doing it wrong.
Yeah,
but,
I'm being real. Like the last session, I had no issue with your audio, so I doubt there was
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah,
on
I don't
our end. If anything, it'd be on the stream end.
And yeah, but okay, cool, great. We should be fine then. Let's go ahead and get started then. We
I
did
never really
indeed
liked
have a single surprise round that has just ended. Those of you that normally wear armor, if you were not on your watch shift, then you are not wearing your armor.
It was a private roll. I can't remember whose watch it was during the attack.
I
It
want to say
definitely
maybe
wasn't me.
Dermo?
I would assume it was. I feel like I would have rolled really badly because when I rolled, you're like, okay. I was like, oh, okay.
I think it was Dermo, but I'm not 100% sure actually.
I remember we
Let me see,
established
I'm
that I
trying to
was
look
not
at
So
my
Gerard
notes
is
somewhere.
laying on the
So
ground like a lazy boy. Oz is laying on the ground, and Zephylos is on fire. What does that little symbol mean?
Oh, that means he's been swallowed by the cube. He is currently inside of it.
Okay. So he's also being a lazy bones. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it was Dermo's watch. So Dermo, you can be armored. That's fine.
All right.
Everyone else is not.
Yep.
The druid being the only one who can wear his armor, his leather.
Do you still have regular leather? Oh my god.
I don't think I have any upgrades. I don't think we've done anything. We
Oh
had that
yeah, I guess there's like
but
druids don't wear armor with metal on it
So,
because
do you
they're
have, what'd you say if we're not wearing armor?
because I don't wear armor.
You don't wear armor, then you're just
I'm wearing
normal
some
and you don't
fine
have.
Hello there.
clothes.
Oh, hello there.
yeah, druids
Then
Then
can't
you
wear
would
armor.
just be at normal
I
without
remember
mage
how I
armor.
wrote this guy. What did I settle on? I might have leather. Let me double check. I don't think I'm wearing armor though.
Wait, don't you have a
Equipment? Yeah,
You
I'm-
should be able to wear leather armor as that class
Nah.
combo.
Nope. I do not have
Nope.
armor. Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
can, but I choose not to. Is how I wrote it.
Okay.
I didn't
Wait,
remember where I
wait.
settled
Just,
on.
just a quick question. Since Dermo doesn't eat meat, instead of wearing leather, he has to wear like plant-based leather. He has to go to like Whole Foods to get it.
Druids can wear leather. They just can't wear
Plant-based
metal.
leather. It's hilarious. Okay, let's start. Dermo, your turn. There are currently 3 cubes in very close proximity to the group. And Zephylos is
I know I've
inside
never
one of them.
I've probably never seen any creature. Do I know if I hit or do attacks towards a like swallowed person if it'll hit them too?
The cube is big enough that you could swipe at it without risking hurting Zephylos.
Okay.
It's very big. It's like 8 or 10 feet on a side.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a big boy.
Are these cubes made of like swamp water or are they just like ethereal?
They don't look like they're ethereal. They look like they're made of like this weird goo, like a honey-like texture.
Okay. So I will bonus action cast Shillelagh on my weapon. My staff.
Okay. Let me see. So I'm just reading the things really quick that this has. If you there are actions that you can take to try and get Zephylos out of there as quickly as possible.
Or something. Or...
Just to let you know, because it's not like obvious just by being in this situation. Let me see. What does it say? A creature within 5 feet of the cube can take an action to pull another creature out of the cube.
Well, I wouldn't do that. It sounds disgusting, and I'd have to get a lot of paper towels. So I'm just going to
so
Shillelagh
that
on
you
the
guys are aware. You can do
And
that,
I'm
but
gonna
it requires
Eldritch
a
Blast
strength check.
the cube.
Eldritch Blast it. You're
Yeah,
gonna have
well,
disadvantage because that's a ranged attack.
Oh, am I that close? Yeah.
You're right next to it. Yeah.
Melee range of them? Are they melee creatures?
You can hit it with your shillelagh.
No, yeah, that's what I'm asking though. Are they melee creatures or are they like if I walked away, they get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, they could.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'll just shillelagh attack them. The one I'm targeting. Normal roll, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you don't have anything going on.
Sure.
Yep, you are able to hit it for the 8 damage. You give it a good thwack. Mostly the goo that makes up this disgusting creature just kind of like shoves out of the way, but some of it like chips off and falls onto the ground, stagnant.
That'll be my turn for that punch.
Zephylos, I think I have to make you do a special thing because you have been engulfed. Also, you are still muted. Let me see.
I haven't said anything yet, so I'm happy.
Okay.
But I didn't notice I was muted.
Oh,
But
so good thing then.
it turned out for the better. Yeah.
Okay, so while you are engulfed, you cannot breathe, you are restrained, and you take some acid damage at the start of each of the cube's turns. When it moves, you'll move with it. You can try to escape using an action to make a strength check.
Yeah, I'll have you know I'm a bag of wet noodles.
Let me
So
see. The thing is though, hang on. If you're restrained, does that screw up your strength checks? No, okay. It does not.
it'd be a little unforgiving if they did that.
That would be very unforgiving.
So if I
not
can't breathe,
unbelievable.
I can't verbal component.
Oh, that's a good question.
Or is it like when you're underwater where like you can get out one verbal scream, but then you're fucked if it doesn't pay off?
I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to like get a verbal component because you can still make sounds like underwater.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
this is just a more viscous liquid that is hurting you a lot.
Start drinking him.
Start
From the
drinking
inside.
it, yes. What could
From the
possibly
inside,
go
make it
wrong?
GM, I want to use my action to drink the whole cube, like me at an all-you-can-eat buffet and the,
Yeah.
Thank
the
you.
jellos.
This session is sponsored by Badlands Chugs.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, man.
Ferrari.
I'm gonna use my last
Terrari.
breath to say a verbal component,
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
I'm gonna Misty Step.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Wait, does the mist get stuck inside the cube?
Ooh, and it doesn't require somatic. That's good, because if it did, I wouldn't let you do it.
Yep.
Yeah, somatic. What does that mean?
It means he has to use his hands
Yeah.
to make gestures.
Oh,
And
verbal
since
is
he
like
was
somatic. is
since
your
he
hand.
was restrained, usually if someone's restrained, I don't let them
You
do
can't use.
somatics.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he just says some words and his body like
Yep.
teleports. That's
Mhm.
insane.
If
Only
a
have to do,
spell
like,
only
mark-
has a verbal component, then yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
right.
if you're
That's very
like,
good.
yeah,
And then as my action, I want to zap one of them with some ice.
classic.
Yep, that'll
Yo.
hit that guy at the bottom. Good damage. Your little beam of ice solidifies and breaks off a chunk of the cube, which drops onto the ground.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oz, you
alrighty.
are
Prone.
prone. I'm assuming that everyone has woken up at this point. I'll give you guys that much.
Hope so.
I don't know that we ever actually established that or not, but you are now.
I would think that the sounds of combat would.
Yes.
No, the loud slurping of Zephylos drinking the cube wakes everyone up.
Yep.
So I would like to stand up and grab my longbow, which I think sleeping out in the wild, I would pretty much always have my longbow within arm's reach,
Very believable.
knowing how bad this area can be sometimes.
This is like the hood for you. You
so I'm
always,
gonna-
you're always got your side piece ready.
Yeah. what do I know of gelatinous cubes?
What
Being
do
a
you
local.
know of gelatinous cubes? You can make a nature check.
I could do that.
You've heard of them. You've never
Okay.
seen one before.
Can't
You
say
are
that
not
again.
exactly sure what to expect.
You've
Alrighty.
definitely seen one before now, but
So then I am going to use my bonus action, cunning action, to disengage and use the rest of my movement. 20. So on the first round of combat, I have an extra 10 feet of movement
Oh.
from Gloomstalker.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I am going to use my action to attack.
Wait.
What's up?
It is the second round of combat. The first round was a surprise round.
It is.
thanks.
Yeah.
I rolled my initiative, by the way. That
At
was
the
really
start
cool.
of your first turn of each combat.
Oh. Wait.
Oh.
Wait. But your first turn did pass. You just didn't get to do anything because you were surprised.
Okay then.
Now, here's where the etymology comes into play.
So 5, 10, 15. I'd go down there.
So wait, your first turn being your first playable move, or your first turn as in like, does a surprise round eat up your first turn?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh.
It still
That's fine.
counts as a turn. You
it's
just don't get to
literally
do
just
anything.
5 feet of movement difference
Yeah.
in this case. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal. And so instead of targeting that guy, I will target that dude for my attack. And all of them have acted this combat now, right?
They have.
Okay. Then I will fire my bow at it.
Oh, I see. Because we're using 5E, which means they get the surprise condition, which means the entire turn goes through and they just can't act or do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not aware of another way of doing it. I'm sure Zach is.
Well, I think it's just a thing, like like the written version of the same thing that everyone already does.
So on the actually, let me double check that because that does change. Let's see. Okay, yep. So then that is it for my turn.
Oh, you don't get extra attack, do you? Wait. Do you?
We're not. Oh, that's right. We're level 5 now.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'll do that one
would
more
be
time
helpful.
then. Yeah.
Okay, another 9. Very nice. It is this cube's turn.
You know,
It
that
is-
blow, it would have been nice if he told me that, you could easily just get out of there, so I didn't attack the one close to me. I could have, shot at the farther away one. I didn't know you could just teleport around.
DM, is Jibble in the initiative order? And also, I can't see his token.
He's right here. Can you see
Yeah,
him
he's
there?
not in the initiative order, nor does he have a token I have access to.
Oh. Let me remedy that.
Wait,
Oh
we have
shit!
two,
It's a rat.
wait, we have two
Familiar.
animal companions.
Configure permissions.
Striggy's an owl, so they're going to have to go eat the rat.
Yep. You know why I don't
How
don't
immediately
have
you
the ability to do that? Because I didn't give it to you when I copy and pasted. This is from something else.
Look at you. You figured it out.
Okay. He should now be in your familiars
I see him.
folder.
Jibble. There he is.
And let me add him to the turn order because somehow I missed him.
Want me to roll his initiative?
You can roll it.
You know what's hilarious is I spent all that money making armor for an NPC that doesn't actually
Would
like
he have
get added.
gone already?
Yeah, he would. So why don't you take a turn for him right now, if you like?
Wouldn't he have been surprised? Unless he.
No, he would have gone right after Dermo. At the
Yeah, but I
beginning of the...
wasn't surprised because I was awake. But with
No,
the
you were
rat-
surprised.
All right, he's gonna come down to me and see that I'm prone. I'm assuming I'm laying on the ground sleeping.
Yeah, or not
Um,
sleeping, but lying on the ground.
Yeah, he's gonna come
I see.
use the help action on me if he can,
Okay.
and that way, his, his owner can do whatever he needs to do whenever he can.
Okay.
That's what he'd probably do. That's his turn though. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
Are you a ranger? You have a longbow.
Mind your business.
No, I don't know if other.
None of your business. Okay.
I've been
This
thinking about being a
cube
ranger.
Is going to do something that I'm going to roll a d2 for.
So coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some fancy
It's going
way of
to
saying
move.
coin.
Yes, that is a fancy way of saying coin. It will move to this space, attempting to swallow up Dermo.
What do I need
That's
to
a
roll?
big bite.
You need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit! You guys know what? Actually, DM,
What?
I just realized something.
Do you have an
Okay.
Uno reverse card?
I got 10,000 points in the Twitch chat.
Oh no, not Pengu.
Kingo appears.
I don't think he's even on this floor of my house right now.
That doesn't sound like a me problem at all,
Oh,
streamer.
it's gonna be a Mrs. DM problem.
Is this an ability check or a saving
She
throw?
just said he's in my arms in my message chat.
Mrs. DM sends you a text saying you're holding Pingu.
Mr. DM, is it saving throw or ability check?
Saving throw.
Okay. Oh no.
Okay, with a 5, Dermo will also be engulfed by this lad.
Could you explain what it feels like to me? What is the feeling?
A little bit like that sound that should be playing on your device now.
So like I'm getting swallowed by.
But you feel this like crushing sort of pressure, this sticky feeling, and also like a tingling sensation.
Oh no.
And you take 12 acid damage.
Is the
Ow.
action a single target thing?
That's a good question because I know that Striggy was sitting there.
Is it?
Let's see. So it says, action, engulf. The cube moves up to its speed. While doing so, it can enter another creature's spaces. Whenever the cube enters a creature's space, it must make the dex save, blah, blah, blah. That seems to imply to me that it could engulf multiple creatures, or attempt to engulf multiple creatures at the same time. Was Striggy sitting on the floor?
It's usually flying,
On
but
the ground.
Can you put it in chat?
Yes.
You said it was 8 feet by 8 feet, so
Let
was he
me,
flying more than 8 feet high?
Private this. Oh, except that it hides the important chat in a spoiler thing. Oh, crap.
Yeah,
what
it
did I
doesn't
just do?
say anything about previously engulfed creatures being a contingency on engulfing further. So I would say it can continue to engulf. Yeah.
Yes.
I would say
does
probably up
that.
to a size amount equal or less than to its own size, probably.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Like
may or
2
may not be
mediums
applied
makes a
here somewhere.
large, 4 smalls makes. Yeah, I feel like that would be
Something like
realistic.
that.
Yeah.
oh, that's
who
a
is
bat.
bat?
I think Briggy might have more. Let me check.
You better check.
Nope, it doesn't.
Okay, he is also engulfed by the thingy.
Don't me, my little.
Does he take damage immediately or on his turn?
He takes damage right now and on the cube's next turn if he doesn't get out.
Yeah, well, I mean, the damage right now is going to be enough to just zoink him.
Yeah, what does he have? 1 HP?
Yeah.
Okay, he's taking 3d6, so he's gone.
Murdered.
He was swallowed, disappeared. Unfortunate.
Yo, what if you roll 0 though? You don't know.
Okay. And let's put restrained on Dermo there. Okay.
Still a different
That is
person.
all for him. Striggy is no more. We'll get rid of him. Other cube will move. Let's see. Oz is.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but this one's speed is lowered by 10.
It definitely does.
Probably only has 10 speed.
It's
It's got 5 feet of movement.
Here.
Okay.
Jared still hasn't gotten up yet.
Yeah,
right?
that's a problem for Jared.
Okay,
but-
that is a problem for Jared actually, because he's gonna make a melee attack. Not targeting Oz. Oops.
It's fine, you can target Oz.
No, no, no.
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 I don't
We'll
like
see.
either of those.
Were you picking
Yeah,
up?
that's not promising either. How much damage is Jared?
Jared takes 9 acid damage.
Alright. I don't get him awake.
And it is now Jared's turn.
Alright, he is gonna
See how you
get the
made
hell up for half his movement.
No, but she's done it before.
And he
Did
is
you,
going to...
Take off Jared's permission from me because I keep saying it's my turn and I get excited,
Yeah,
and then it's not.
and then it's not his turn. Okay.
I am going
My
to...
is immeasurable.
How much do I know about gelatinous slimes, Dan? Probably as much as Oz.
You could make a nature check for it if you want
Yeah,
to.
I will. Come on. Yeah. Okay, not bad, not so bad.
Hang on, I
What-
think
what do
I
I know?
fixed the permissions now. Okay. You understand that gelatinous cubes are of a pretty rare sort of category of creatures called oozes. They are particularly dangerous in that they, under certain situations, are difficult to spot. Mostly that's in if they're in water. But also if they manage to swallow someone up, they can very, very quickly kill someone. Other than that,
The basics.
there's not really much more to know. They're super easy to damage, but they take several hits to take down.
Yeah, these two slimes that are within 5 feet of me, DM, do they look like they've got bits and chunks of gel, kind of popped away on them, or how they looking? I don't know how you'd even compare. They looking jelly?
It's a
I
little
don't know.
hard to tell,
Yeah, I imagine
but this one has been seems to have been damaged more than the rest of them.
All right, I am going to, I'm going to snap my finger, and as I do, my fingertip will turn an umber red, like a dark, almost a crimson. And I will draw on my arm with really quickly just a straight line with a cross hilt, like a sword, like a simple sword. And I'll shadow blade, conjure my shadow blade as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I will use my action to cast my reflavor of what was it, sword blast or whatever it was, and my verbal component for that is I'll just yell "spread the hate" as I shard outward shards of what I reflavored them from spectral, daggers to tear-shaped blades. But it'll hit these two jellies.
Okay.
They need a dex save. Striggy will as well.
What?
I guess if he's
What
inside
is-
the gel.
There's psychic and
Pretty
there's
good.
force.
It'd only be force. It's sword burst, right?
Yeah, it's sword burst.
Oh. Okay.
It's a d6 of force, but I'm 5th level, so it's 2d6.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'll need a dex save from Stricky as well if he's in one of the slimes.
Oh, Striggy's dead.
He's gone.
Yeah. Well, he was about to be if he didn't make that save anyways.
Okay, just the 11 force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I even make him do the dex save? No. Hang on. Oh, wow, okay. Does a 15 pass? Oh, wait, no, it rolled it there. What the heck?
I don't know how the DC there is 10. My spell DC is 13. So whatever rolled under a 13.
I don't know either. Let me check the spell that you've made.
My charisma is my casting modifier. I think it was set to intelligence, which is why it said spell DC 10. But I'm a charisma.
This is
caster.
Tears of Hate, right?
Yeah, Tears of Fate, which is just.
It says spellcasting DC 13.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is,
Does
I
it say
think my,
DC 10 dexterity?
what I'm
saving throw?
saying, DM, is I think my spellcasting modifier on my sheet was default to intelligence. I just switched it to charisma.
Oh, that would probably.
If I switch it back to intelligence, my DC goes to 10.
I see.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem was.
I understand. Okay.
It shouldn't have affected their rolls in any way.
Cool. Okay, well, it rolled for me before I rolled it, and it rolled very poorly. So they each then take 11 force damage, yes?
Beautiful. I will end my turn.
Alright. This cube up here is
I'm still waiting on that Pengu, though, you know?
I just messaged her to see if she wants to bring me Pengu. This guy is gonna move 10.
I need a receipt for those points if I don't get a Pengu, you know?
Oh yeah, I'll give them back if I can. No worries.
I know. Everyone else has got
Let's
to
see,
get
that
close.
was
to
10.
protect it.
And that is 15. He's literally just trying to reach Jared.
I've seen this video before. It doesn't
and-
end well for the guy in between all the slimes.
Oh no.
Pengu or
Pengu
Riot.
or
Yeah,
Riot.
Danny gets it.
Okay.
Jared's about to look like Hugh on Nickelodeon.
Yeah. I look like I don't know the answer to a question on
Oh
Nickelodeon.
no. Can I get a dex save from the rat?
Yeah, brother, you can. Hold on. His Dex is fucking good, though.
Well, then it should be
He's
fine.
giving me the help action still. Does that give him advantage or me advantage?
No.
13, 11, 14.
Okay, you can move him 5 feet in any direction away from the cube.
He is going to jump up onto my shoulder.
Okay. Cool.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That is all for him. Dermo, you are inside the cube.
I am inside
And-
of the cube. I have a quick question about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna tell me how much damage it takes to go ahead?
No, it happens on the cube's turn, so none yet.
Ah, okay. Since I'm inside of it, would my ranged attack still have disadvantage considering it literally cannot miss?
Technically, yes.
Also, you'd have double disadvantage because you're restrained.
Yeah, and you're
Right,
restrained.
right.
So
But let's
that's
be
like
logical
worse.
here. Let's be completely logical here, right? Is that my hands are just where they are. I literally cannot miss. Like
Except that you are
obviously
restrained, so you can't move your hands to do the somatic components of probably all of your damage spells.
where does it say if it's somatic?
Just to the right of the name in your spell list, there's a
Mine says
VSM.
evocation,
or-
one action, one creature. Cantrip. Oh, is it verbal somatic? Is that what a V, comma S means?
Yeah, V is verbal, as is somatic, M is material.
Okay,
C
okay.
is
So that one's
concentration.
both. Okay. Good. So with that being said, is there anything I can do in here?
If the like quote unquote default action would be to use your action to make a strength check to try to break out.
Right.
There may, however, be other things that you can do that are more effective, depending on what spells you have.
Okay.
I don't know that there's a great one for you in here, though.
I will try to wriggle free by swimming inside of the cube to the outside of the cube.
Okay.
You said strength?
Strength check.
Check. Hey.
There you go. A 14 is enough. You can move yourself 5 feet away from the cube.
Okay. I'll move. Oh, do I not have the right thing selected? Okay. I'm not able to move myself. The game's paused on my side. Yeah, it says game paused for me.
What?
On my side, it says game paused.
That is weird. It has not been paused
Refresh
for
your
like 30
game.
minutes. Go ahead and refresh, I
Yeah,
guess.
just hit
I
that
moved you
F
for
button.
now.
It's fine because it doesn't change anything. I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
You already moved me, so it's fine.
Gibble's turn.
Gibble is nobody because his name's Gibble.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Gibble is
Gibble.
going. Yeah, Gibble and Jared.
Oh.
Yeah. Gibble is going to look at the most injured cube and essentially dive head into it.
Okay.
Or he's going to save his action to dive into it.
What?
He's
what
going
do you
to
mean
do
by
it.
dive
Yeah,
into it?
as soon as Jared attacks, he's going to jump into it.
Okay.
Like at the same time. I don't know why the minds of a rat are beyond me.
Okay.
Or I guess the imp rather. We'll see, I guess. But that's his turn.
Zephylos.
Zephylos, you done corroding over there, bud?
I think I am done corroding over here.
You finished corroding now? Yeah.
All right. Zephylos has had enough of this. He's going to cast Fire Wave.
What? Aren't you gonna kill somebody? Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully a cube.
Oh, true. Fire wave. Wow, they both failed somehow. That's weird. With their -4 to dex saves. Yes, a 25 damage fireball will be pretty helpful. It will not kill any of these cubes instantly. But this one is, after the fiery explosion, really starting to be broken apart a lot.
I like to imagine the animation for my fireball is I do the casting gesture like in RuneScape where you put your hands together and there's a ball of
Yes.
fire and you kind of like
You whip your back.
volleyball like pass it forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you whip your back. You put like the old school casting animation.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
but like when I volleyball the fireball forward, it like kind of grows as it flies into the air and then like lands and like mortar explodes. You know, good stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. And that's my turn. Did I pass? No, I didn't. Here we go.
Oz.
Righty. 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll book it off a little bit into the dock
See ya. You lasted one session.
and fire back at the gelatinous cube that I shot at last time. I'm gonna try using sharpshooter
Ooh.
this time. See if I can
Hey, nice. That's a good one.
do
Not to complain,
Got
but
plus
you know,
10 to
last
hit.
session you were much more heroic.
We can set up an effect toggle for you after the session to make that really
Yeah,
easy.
That would be helpful. Because I thought there was a. I know I could do this in Pathfinder really easily in the Pathfinder system, but it doesn't look like this has all the same options. So we'll just take -5 off the attack and well, plus 10 to damage.
Oh my god. Well, okay.
We them boys.
Um,
So
the
with the
cannabis boys out here
22.
slaying, dude.
With a 22. Wait, do you also have sneak attack
no.
going on? No. Okay. Wait. I thought you did.
No.
Questions like that make me guess what class you're playing.
It's
Extra
literally
attack,
written on the
sneak attack.
stream.
I do not have sneak attack. But that's.
I should know. I wrote this thing. Apparently not. Okay. Yeah.
You don't have sneak attack? He didn't give it
Nope.
to you?
I didn't ask for it.
That's fair.
Okay.
I asked for a custom.
The yeah. Apparently I
took
wrote
rogue
it and then
features,
immediately
didn't you?
forgot what it contains.
You just took other rogue features.
With a extremely powerful, perfectly centered shot, your arrow rips straight through the cube, kind of slicing its remnants in half, and it just kind of liquefies and just splooshes onto the ground.
That's what we like to see. Now for my next trick. Same thing.
Right? One more again.
Oof.
Okay,
So that's
lucky for
minus-
you, they
that's
have
not-
much lower than 11 AC, so you get to
Okay.
do a nice 22 damage to this lad as well.
Right.
This is
and
literally
that'll-
the perfect encounter for sharpshooter.
Yeah. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Let me put some more blood marks on him. Okay. He is going. He, as if it has a gender. He is going to roll a 1d2 again.
I'm sure mechanically, like my first arrow wouldn't have hurt it, but it definitely has my first arrow in it because it would have passed right through the other.
Oh yeah, it like
one
kind
too.
of gently was like squished into this cube,
And just the
and
tip.
got swallowed up by it. It is time for more engulfing.
Oof.
I need another save from our Jibble and Jared friends.
So you gonna engulf me?
Yes.
I think we should call them the BGs.
Dexterity?
Not to be confused with the
Dex,
bee's
yeah.
knees.
Well,
Would
they are the
Jared not have
BP.
advantage because he's still being helped till... Oh, Jibble already has turn. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. but
See,
I don't
Jared
have
doesn't need
I don't have
any help. Look at
inspiration,
that roll.
do
I don't think we even use inspiration.
I? In this campaign? I don't think... Yeah, you're
No,
right. I don't
we
think anyone's
haven't
used
yet.
inspiration. That's on you, buddy. That's on you.
I've never actually used it before, to be honest.
Yeah. That's,
Let's see, and then one for Jibble.
Yeah, I don't even think we even need a roll for Jared though. I think he's so good at being, dexterous.
Oh, shoot. I'm gonna redeem a hydrate, too.
Ooh, hydrate.
We're gonna get you sipping up,
Hydrate.
brother. Pissing clear in no time.
Refreshing.
What flavor of hydration did you just drink?
The thing is like, if I don't get to pick it, I'm just gonna redeem
Water.
100
I'm a
hydrates.
hydro homie. I drink
Oh,
room
you're
temperature
not the
water.
original name? You're not the original name?
No, I don't use the old name. Just like how I don't call people glip glops.
You okay? Not even gonna go there.
Yeah, I know that part of the iceberg meme. Did we do a save for Jibble?
Jibble is actively about to jump inside of the gelatinous cube, so it matters.
Okay. Because he is going to take
mean,
damage if it.
Yeah,
doesn't
he
look-
was probably gonna take damage when he jumped into the gelatinous cube, but we can roll.
Cool.
Let me see,
Um.
because it would be kind of funny if Jibble makes it and Jared doesn't, which is probably what's gonna happen. Nope, we both.
Oh
failed.
wow, we both failed. Okay, so Jared takes 8 acid damage, and Jibble takes
All right.
10.
Jibble will indeed become ungibble,
Aw.
and Jared will become close to dissolved.
Just
Oh,
getting
dear.
there.
I'm gonna
Alright.
start building a third character.
You make it, buddy. start your
Play a
third
drinking
character
game
already.
called Finish Your Drink every time the DM gets your character killed somehow.
We've gone 22 sessions with no deaths.
I don't
We
know.
had
I don't know if
two.
we'd call this living though, DM.
We had 2 voluntary character deaths.
All right. Can
You
I
know they have a
use?
word for that, but you're
You
not
could
allowed to
call
say it
them
on
that.
YouTube.
Can I try to get out
No.
of this?
Yes, you can make a strength check.
Follow-up question: can I attack from inside the slime?
You can do anything that you normally can while restrained and unable to breathe.
Okay. I am going to, I believe. Honestly, I guess I should have reactioned when I got. Which one grabbed me? Can I reaction?
This one here. You
That was the
are.
last action, right? That was this one that's about to. That is grabbing me. Can I hellish rebuke reaction him just to see if it like saves him?
I think so. Hellish Rebuke is any time you take damage, right?
Anytime I take damage, I took 9 there. If I recall.
Yeah, why not?
All right, I need a dex save.
Oh wow, that's really good fire damage.
Oh, that was fucking. That was good
Okay,
damage.
wow. You rebuke it like literally as it's swallowing you, your like leg is getting like sucked into the cube, and you like quickly get off like the spell, and like scorch it as you're sucked in, and you.
Yeah. As I see it kind
You're
of
inside the
reaching
cube.
to pseudopod my leg as oozes do.
And this cube is nearly completely fallen apart by now.
Yeah. He still grapples me, correct? I just get the reaction off in time?
Yeah, you're still restrained.
Then with my turn, because I don't need, it's just a verbal component, I'm going to spread hate again. Breathe in the corruption, my slimes. I need a dex save from those two.
Okay. Is that gonna hit you?
Yeah, it's centered around me, so I don't think it can.
Oh. What spell is this? Is this a real spell, or did we make this up?
Yeah, it's sword burst. It's 5 feet
sword
centered.
burst.
It's 5 feet centered on me, but it's like gonna hit these 2 slimes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Like it'll be in that area.
Must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Is it targeting these guys when you use that spell? Because it doesn't look
It
like
should. It looks like it did last time if you look in chat.
Yeah, but it took like many seconds for it to like actually work. Oh, unless that's what the thing right up above is.
Do you need me to do it again?
I don't know. Wait. Oh, wait. Now it just went. Okay. I think it just attached itself to what was above, but they both failed anyway, both times.
Oh.
All right. What was the damage on the first one? I don't.
The
know.
damage on the first one. Oh, what is the damage on the first one? Did it go away?
It's right. I see the saving throws, but I don't see the damage.
Why did the damage block go away? That is weird. Dunno. I'll give you average damage because it's better than 5, so it's 7 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Very nice. Am I still?
The cube that had engulfed you, swishes onto the floor.
I'm gonna kick the slime off my leg as I use my movement to sexy panther around this last gelatinous cube. 15. And I'm gonna go right here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, and if you could delete your templates when you're done with them after you
Yeah,
cast
I
the spell.
definitely can.
Thank you. It is now that slime's turn. It is going to just make a regular attack on the nearest creature, which is literally still Jared. There it goes. It rolls surprisingly high. 10 acid damage as it kind of just slams part of its jelly onto you, burns you a little bit.
Onto me?
Yes,
How much?
10 acid.
These guys really loving it. Oh, I killed that. Oh, fuck me. I used my reaction. Never mind.
Eh?
Never mind.
Your turn went by, though, right? So you can use another reaction now.
No, actually, it's an. Why is blood hunger an action? Oh, okay, because it says before you make an. Okay, I see what's up. Never mind.
There's too much notes. Please keep it with your things. Please keep it with your things.
Don't worry. Never mind. We're good. I just
Alright.
misread how this was written for the racial thing.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay,
You're good.
I remember. Okay, that's his turn. Dermo, there's
I don't
one
know if I
cube
like
left.
that. That's a bummer. You probably won't use it.
It's not the best matchup for your class.
It's not the best matchup for how I want to play this class.
Unfortunate. We could
Yeah.
change it if you. We can
It's
talk
not that
about
big a deal.
changing it.
It'd be
later.
cool if I could find one use for it, and then that would be.
Wait, did they kill Gibble too?
Yeah.
Gibble's dead. Don't worry, Gibble 2 will be.
All the
No,
familiars
Gibble
were up
2's not
close.
summoned yet. Gibble 1 is dead. Gibble 2 is.
Could you
yet to
imagine at your mom and dad's house, you just have a fuck ton of mice just ready, and you just have like if one
Wait.
died, run
Well,
back.
none of them
Where's
are mice.
Bob?
Bob is on my back always, even
Didn't
if
he
it
get
doesn't make
swallowed?
He's on my back, even if the story doesn't logically make sense because we decided he was way too much like trouble.
I feel like he would have been swallowed with you.
Yeah, and you know what? He's eating a good berry, so ignore him. Please don't kill my fucking sheep.
No, you see, Dermo's so big that yes, he was engulfed, but his back was sticking out, and that's where Bob
true.
is. So he was out the whole
He's
time.
like in a tenth of my quills. My quills make like a hollowed out
Right.
storage compartment. Anyway, it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Could I go ahead and try to Eldritch Blast?
Yes, you can.
This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the big one.
Wow.
That's a lot of spinning, but you know what?
Amazing. 5 damage.
It hit him and he went, huh?
Yeah, he went, what? What was that?
You get a second beam.
Does
It
he?
shoots twice.
He's level 5.
Does that count if he only has 1 warlock level, or is that with player
Cantrip
level?
scale with player level.
This
Yeah.
one
Oh.
this one says make a ranged spell attack on hit. Does 1d10.
Also,
When you reach higher levels, you get 2 beams at 5th level. So yeah, I should have gotten a second beam.
yeah, it's true. Also, is this supposed to be charisma casting for your warlock spells? Did we decide that we were gonna do that?
We did me having this thing because of the what's it called?
Right.
I'm not sure if you want to stipulate it that way. I mean, either way.
I
is
don't
fine.
know that I want to make you have all your warlock spells be complete crap.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's
we
like,
could
you know,
discuss that later.
I'm aligning myself with Zeros and I'm gaining power through that. So, you know, I'm not very charismatic, but I could be. Maybe I start wearing lipstick. Who knows?
I don't know if that would help your charisma, but
Yeah, instead of the
Right.
headband of intelligence, it's the lipstick of charisma, clearly.
Yeah, lipstick of charisma.
That totally doesn't.
Well, I
give
guess
me an
it's better
idea
than
for
the
a
lipstick of
magic
animal
item
friendship,
handout for
right?
later.
Well, what I can do though is on my next level up, I can throw some points into charisma. Did I get points? Did I allocate points when we leveled up?
Well, you don't.
Not how
You
that
won't get
works.
any until level 8.
You got some at level 4 and
Yeah,
Actually-
you tell me what's worse for a druid. The lipstick
Actually,
of
level
intelligence-
9 because you have 1 level wasted in warlock towards your next ASI and druid.
I'm on the phone.
Honestly, it's probably not worth it unless you want to take more warlock levels,
Do it.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
which
Though.
might be
Yeah.
fun.
Could be, but I mean, you know,
Maybe.
depends on how the story goes more so than
Yeah.
min-maxing, you know.
So I guess I'm cool with
Exactly.
the lipstick of intelligence until he starts asking for the lipstick of animal handling, and then I want to ask questions.
Yeah, what? Anyhow,
He's a druid.
So,
why don't
with
you
that
go
being
ahead
said-
and fire another Eldritch Blast?
All right,
please?
that sounds like a good idea to me because it means more damage. Unless
What's
do I
Bob
do another
doing at this
roll
point?
or do I just re-roll the damage?
Is Bob still hanging off you during this combat?
Do another attack.
Do another attack.
It fires a completely separate beam with a new attack and damage
I'm
roll.
so close to being a 1 on my side. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't.
Another 4 damage to the cube. Pow.
On my side, it literally was like hanging on that 1 for like a good like half second, and it fell over.
Cool. Go ahead and advance the turn order,
Oh, yeah.
please.
All right, that's my bad.
Jibble's dead. Zephylos.
Yep, Jibble's dead.
Yo, I get a turn, homies.
Weird.
Watch out, here he comes.
I'm going to cast. This one is fairly untouched, right? Because we were bullying the other two.
Mhm. There's no blood on it from what I can see on the map here.
I mean, we've hit those.
It
not
is.
like-
It's not completely
take a
untouched, but
25
it's not
fire.
particularly damaged.
Okay. I'll throw my free smoke rush at it because I get one free per long
Mhm.
rest. Just to see if the thing's immune to poison. I
Okay.
genuinely don't know out of character.
Quickly checks. That will hit him. And it does appear to do something. I don't know exactly what that would look like. Maybe the poison kind of like it like bubbles into the inside of the cube and like deteriorates it a little bit.
The slime grows a mouth and
And
specifically.
you fail the con save, so get poison gelatinous cube.
Okay.
You know, like in Family Guy when stuff grows mouths that's not supposed to have mouths. That's how I imagine it'd be, and he's just like, "Oh, you poisoned me."
It is poisoned. It is somehow not immune to the poisoned condition. Even though
It's
it
a
is
living,
cube.
breathing cube, you know?
Well, oozes are just resistant. to it,
Oozes are
right?
strange.
This is -5 plus 10. Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
see,
Bonus
a 12 minus 5 will
Yeah.
fortunately hit. So,
seriously?
yeah.
My God.
It's a brick wall.
It
I
is
mean,
quite
literally,
literally a
you miss it?
very slow-moving 10-foot
Yeah.
cube.
Why are we even rolling to hit at this point?
Let's do it again then.
So what was that, 17? That one will be 20. Big damage. Okay, now I need to put some blood splats on him. There we go. It is almost completely gone. Let's see, that cube died, that cube died. Jared.
Jared will put his hand up close to the slime, and his eyes will glow red, and you'll hear him say, "Let chaos fester in you." And as a red beaming light leaves his fingertips, I need a wisdom save from the gelatinous cube.
I mean this in the nicest way, but you just reminded me of Eggman when you said it like
Hell
that.
yeah. We're all Eggman on this glorious day.
Whoa, yeah. It
What
gets
are
a
you rolling,
natural
dude?
20 for a total of 18.
That will make.
What spell
Can
is
we
this?
change that sound? I want to change that to something else.
Yeah, do you hate it? Let's
Well, I want
Yeah,
to change it
Festering
to
Chaos
like
being
a
a light ringing.
screech.
A screech?
Yeah, like a.
What kind of screech?
Like a hellish screech.
Like a... I have something kind of
Not
like that.
like a startled woman in a dramatic.
Like a
Oh.
demon being like
Yeah, like a
stabbed with a
demon
silver
screech.
dagger.
Yeah, that.
Let me
Like,
see what I've got.
That I like it. I wasn't even thinking that, but I'm thinking it now.
Where the heck? Oh, here. How about like this one? I have a couple that
Yeah,
sound kinda
that's
like that.
I like that one. The first one more.
Oop, that's a person laughing. There's 5 of these.
The first. Oh, that one was good. Go do that one again.
Okay, that was the 5th one.
Do the fourth one again.
You said that you like this one?
Yeah, I like that one. Do that one, please.
Okay, we'll change it to that one.
Thank you.
Monsters. Oh shoot. How do I even select that one? Ghosts. Number 4. Okay, there we go. Okay. What spell even is this?
It's Toll the Dead.
Oh, of course. 6. Oh, that should be 2d12. Can you click the
2d12.
other formula button for me, please?
I would, but he made the save, did he not? So it doesn't matter if he takes the damage, right?
You are correct.
That is my turn then.
Why does it keep rolling for like 100 things?
Because it's just more fun that way, DM. Honestly.
What is happening here? That is really
Sometimes
weird.
Foundry just wants to have fun, dude.
Okay, whatever. It is going to just keep doing what it was doing. They're rolling super high on their attack rolls. 10 acid damage to Jared.
Yo,
Alright,
it's
well, let me
even-
tell you a
Will knock
story.
him out.
Let me tell you a story about how
Unfortunately.
Jared became a puddle of acid. I'll be back on that note. I'm gonna start building the third character. I'm back. I'm gonna make another dream. That's a good point to make another one.
He laughs in the distance, but inside he's crying.
No, because my next character is gonna be fucking even better. It's gonna be built off of the storyline of this guy. It's just gonna be perfect. Remember all the shit we were talking about?
Oh, the
Theo?
VR
Think
headset.
about that with the anger of
Your
another
other toys, I
character.
don't have the toy over here. I don't know where it is. I didn't keep it.
Oh yeah.
But if you can find it, yes, you can use it.
It is Dermo's turn.
August is just every quest NPC. Sorry, I don't know where my legendary sword is, but if you find it, you can use it.
Yeah, no, yeah. She's asking about an LOL doll from a game we played last night. She asked if she could have the glasses that my doll was wearing. I'm like, yeah, sure, go find it. All right, let's see what I can do. How far away is this thing from me? Like 5 feet, 10 feet?
It's 10 feet from you right now.
How hurt does it look? Does it look like it's barely holding together, or is it? still
It looks
strong?
like it is almost destroyed. Also, don't forget that Jared is on the floor dying.
Yeah, boy.
Right, but if he's
A
like,
first for Jared, but a classic for Sheb. Sticking to the classics here. My man's on his back, bleeding out.
here's my question: is because this is more of a not a meta question per se, but if the enemy's one shot from death, is it still selfish not to run over and get the guy? Nah, it's fine.
Is
I
Dermo
will-
asking after he shoveled heals into the bleed bonder?
No, I will heal up the
Got a hemomancer that you shoveled heals into for the first half of the campaign, and did he learn? Is the question. What does Dermo learn from this whole experience?
You could heal Zephylos. He has some down
Yeah,
health.
Yeah,
Zephylos
he's down
is
like
down-
5
Yeah,
HP.
actually,
He's got
hold on.
3 or 4 HP. You could top him off there.
Hey DM, could I revive Striggy and or Gibu?
No, they
Gibble?
disappear when they run out
Yeah,
of
they
HP.
go back to the.
Use my
they go
healing
back
on
to
their disappeared corpses instead of Jared. I'll go ahead and head over and use healing word on Garrett.
Cool.
Jared.
Lucky for you, you can still use a cantrip on the same turn as Healing Word, because Healing Word is a bonus action.
Is it? Okay, well I will then produce a flame towards the ugly thingy.
Okay.
What do I heal, by the way?
You are not dying. That's what's happening.
Yeah. How much do I heal?
Do I have to roll it? Is that
Healing
how it
word,
works?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Gotcha.
Every
Let's
little
find
bit helps. Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
7
All right.
No longer dying.
I can breathe. I can fight.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Was that SpongeBob? I don't even remember.
It was Fairly
Fuck.
Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd
Oh,
Parents.
that's right.
It's King
That's
Arthur.
right. I can fight. It's like
I
they keep
can
bringing it-
see.
I can.
I can fight.
So good, dude. The classic.
All right. It is not quite down yet.
Oh,
it looks like
yeah,
it is
good
just
thing I
on the
didn't
verge
be
of it.
really selfish. Could you imagine how fucked up that would have been if I had used my turn to attack and it didn't die? All right, let me end my turn.
Kibble is dead. Zephylos, your turn.
I really want to wear that.
You really want to wear the dress?
Yeah.
All right, that sounds like a fun idea.
Hold on, I was just getting the. Sorry, my game is saying timed out and it kicked me out.
Yeah,
What the heck?
refresh. It's
Wait,
been
wait,
doing-
no, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Okay, I got you.
Boundaries been weird.
I'm also going to cast Produce Flame on this creature.
Excuse me.
Wow. How original.
Yeah, we should just start roasting him for no fucking reason.
With produced flame.
Oh yeah. There you go. God, our DM is so funny,
Did
guys.
you
We
name
really
produced
fuck up.
flame Fire Blast?
No, this is
Seems
Dragon Breath.
excessive. Alright, let's see. Even if it saves, it will still be killed by the flames.
Whoa.
It will be scorched and, like the others, just flop down into a piece of liquefied goo. Oops, sorry. Where's the button that makes him dead?
Okay.
The cubes have been destroyed. There's a sticky mess all over the ground.
Sounds like me last night, if you know what I mean.
Isn't your daughter, like, right there?
She literally would not understand that, even if I explained it to her.
Jared's gonna begin to wipe the slime off his boot like he stepped in dog shit. You'll just see him like trailing it 5-6 feet away from the kills, like trying to, like, absolutely fucking disgusting. Do you see this shit? Why are we out here?
Oh my god.
I gotta bring my fucking rat back here. Look
I
around,
also
like,
have to bring an animal back from the dead.
like digging
Yeah,
through
that's
my
not
bag.
that you should bond over, Zephylos.
We can do the ritual together.
yeah, hold hands.
While holding hands. Yeah. There we go.
Jared will nod and begin to, like. How long does that ritual take? It's an hour?
An hour and 10 minutes.
Do we have time to take a quick short rest here?
I'm
Well, I
going
think we
back-
have
You
to
have
finish
just
the long
started
rest.
long resting here.
Oh, we started. Okay, context. I didn't know because I missed
Mhm.
that last session. Okay.
I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, I'm going back. I am gonna get the muck off of me, the slime off of me, and I'm going to find a part of this area that isn't covered in viscera and lay down.
No, Bobby. No.
Very cool. I already have your perception checks from last session that cover the rest of the night. The party will then go to sleep.
Yeah, boy.
I'll be awoken
you
5
are able
minutes
to-
later.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, 3 more slimes. Let's go.
Gelatinous tetrahedrons.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So, with that out of the way, you are able to finish your rest undisturbed, and you get the normal long rest benefits and etc.
Got it.
Alright.
I believe the idea is that we were heading over toward Paterdomus, right?
Indeed.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh,
cool.
I'd like to use some of my fine familiar herbs.
Oh yeah.
in the morning?
Also, let us not forget that I made little rules for gathering herbs during travel.
Nice.
That we might have started using last time, but let me see where I put it.
Yeah, I'll use 1 unit to get my bird.
Okay. Yes, these are the rules. When you're traveling, you can make a survival check, or if you have downtime. If you have proficiency with alchemist, herbalism, or brewer's tools. If you pass a DC, that depends on the environment, then you make another roll for how many herbs you get. Okay. Cool. So... Oh, and you make 1 roll for every how many hours is that? For every 4 hours. Okay, the party will advance approximately this far down the road during during this day of travel. So you're about 1 day out from Paterdomus at this point. The landscape here is more somewhat damp, marshy sort of terrain, not like wading through water like you have heard the swamp is like, but a little gross. You do pass up the short fork in the road that leads over to that fortress that you ransacked. That was just a few hours back from the point in time where you were having to stop for the night.
As we pass the road, we'll be like, whatever you do, and I'll point towards the road that leads up there. Don't go up there. That place is a nightmare. You don't want to have anything to do with it.
Oh, you don't say. I'll take your word for it.
Sorry, I'm back. What happened after the Paterdamus thing?
Every time someone says sorry, I'm back, I want to say, yeah, I'm sorry you're back too.
Yeah, me too.
I was just telling the newcomers to Mauritania that they shouldn't go up towards Slayer Tower because it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I would say I've heard some weird screeches and odd hours of the nights coming from that area, and I also am backing him up and saying that's not a place I'd like to go.
Yeah, we started heading up towards there, and I joined a cult.
When he says that, Jared would turn his head and go, "What kind of cults?"
But he wouldn't call it a cult, would he? Also, did Zephylos mention anything about it? About us going up there?
No, Zephylos just said he'd take their word for it.
Right. So if Zephylos didn't mention it, I'm sure that Dermo would kind of catch the hint that he's not volunteering the information.
What was that, more of a out of character remark about the cult?
It has to have been because he wouldn't have just said that without without Zephylos having said something.
Did Dermo say something about a cult?
No, not that would have been out of character.
All right. Then I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, just to be in character for Dermo, he wouldn't have said it without Zephylos starting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, standard protocol. I do the mage armor on myself and Dermo and my bird.
I'll do it on myself as
That's
well.
a lot of first level slots.
Yeah, but I get all three of them back when as part of my morning short rest ritual.
Morning short rest ritual.
Yeah.
Are we spending time this morning to do rituals?
Ritual?
Yeah, every morning I wake up, I do the mage armors, and then I short rest to get them back.
He's gaming the system. How can one man have this much power?
DM,
Well,
I get. Wouldn't that involve the whole party sitting around for an hour after they've rested?
Well, breakfast time. I mean, if we're waking up and
I mean,
I guess.
adventure is only 8 hours of the day.
I gotta do my hair,
4 hours.
I mean,
morning.
as long as nobody cares that
DM,
is a thing.
question.
Yeah.
When he's doing that, is that a time where I can do my mage armor at will as well?
Yeah, because you get your spell slots back. Sure.
So I could cast it on Oz and I.
Yeah, why not?
You need harder encounters if we can do this. I'm just saying. You're gonna have to
Mage armor isn't even the best armor.
I mean, mage armor is
knocked
pretty
out.
fucking good, but I'm not. It's at the cost of not. Actually, does Oz wear armor?
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't. I would just cast it on myself then, and on Jibble.
Now, was Oz the one shooting the bow, or was it Garrett?
It was Oz.
Yeah, Oz has the bow.
It was Oz. Could I strike up a conversation with him, stating he seems pretty well trained in a bow?
It's a necessity out here.
I've never been able to use one. My arms, they're not the right shape for most human bows.
I'm sure you could make use of a crossbow.
Well, my eyes don't really line up with my arms the same way that humans do either. It'd be usable, I'm sure, but might be a teammate more often than an enemy.
Shooting from the hip is a thing.
A little western, yeah. I like imagining Dermo in a little cowboy hat.
And a cowboy hat for Bob.
Yeah, of course. Do most people get trained with archery tools out here, or is that an uncommon occurrence?
Not most, but I would say probably a good number who are going to spend time outside of civilization.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to do the trick, so I definitely can't speak against it.
It's can be tricky when there's people you don't want to hit nearby. It's certainly easier to hunt targets that are the only thing in sight. But yes.
I presume this isn't a ridiculous question, but those arrows don't seem to work on the ghosts, do they? Well, the things we heard about in the swamp.
Unfortunately not. And to my knowledge, no mundane weapon can harm them.
Well, hopefully we don't even have to come to that point, so I'll hold out hope. This is all probably while we're walking, right? Or are we still waiting for them to do their mage armor stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably fair. We're still doing our rituals. It's only an hour, right?
Just to remind me, we're heading to Paterdomus to ask for help, or we're heading down to go to the gate?
We're going to Paterdomus for help.
So we're gonna ask him about a friend he has, right? Or maybe some protection from the swamp. I can't remember what our reasoning to go to Paternomus was.
I don't know. It was Zephylos and you who came up with the idea, or
Yeah, the idea was we want to ask if there was any ways around the undead problem when heading south.
Okay.
Because,
perfect.
apparently you guys have haunted swamps. That's a thing, apparently, so...
Yeah, the old
who else
haunt.
knows how to deal with undead than people who are, drinking that Saradomin juice,
All right.
Brews? We talking about Saradomin brews?
I don't think I have a high enough herbal level for that yet. Put it back. That's mommy's. Please put it back. 3. I know you can look without touching. How far out are we? About another day?
Yeah, 1 day.
Okay. During the trip, could I, of course, do my herbalism check to see if I can find any interesting herbs on the path?
You sure can, but it will be a survival check.
Not survival. I don't know how to survive. Oh, it's not terrible. Okay, let's see. Well, that was gonna be a negative for some reason.
Okay. You do find some interesting herbs. Roll a d8 and add your wisdom modifier, please.
Okay. 8 plus. How do you do? I guess I can just look at
Just
what my
put the number, whatever it is. I think you got 3.
wisdom modifier. Ooh.
You find oh, actually, hang on. Cool. Now do both of those things one more time.
Okay.
It's because it's 8 hours. It's one of these for every 4 hours. I forgot.
Oh, okay. You just feel like, you know what? Fuck you, guy.
No, you have to do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Then...
So, You, during the first half of your travel,
Wait,
are able to find some pretty good herbs. You find 10 GP worth of herbs. In the second half of your travel, you unfortunately don't find much of any value.
Gotcha. Easy enough. Add that to my nice little inventory here.
Okay. Let's see. What kinds of things, remind me, are you guys looking for when setting up the night? Just like some shrub sort of cover, I think is what we have been doing so far.
Do I just do herbs for consumables, or or am I doing this?
In your inventory, you
Yeah.
just make a blank item that says like herbs or like whatever GP worth of herbs.
Sure.
And I've been traveling on the wild. Whatever I have found to be the offers the most protection, and like the best combination between like comfort and protection.
Okay. What would that be?
Um,
Now he's got you right where he wants you.
well, not being a ranger, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know, someplace that seems reasonably defensible if we get ambushed, but is not just sleeping on solid rock.
Jared's good.
Cool. Something like a hill or like a little like dip somewhere where it's like partly out of sight, but also has like some plants for like some extra visual cover and or comfort. It's probably like the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
In this region, it's probably fairly easy to find like a good planty area, although it is kind of flat here.
Already?
But you managed to find a nice little grove where you can hide out between some thick, reedy plants.
Excellent.
Can I get everyone's blind GM perception
Yeah.
rolls?
Yeah.
Jared's gonna find a tree and write his name as he pees on it. And then he's going to find
Cool.
another tree and kind of circle around it and then prop up against it and lay down kind of like his back against the tree.
Nice.
And that's where he settles. But yeah, where's the perception check here? Hold on. Does Jibble will get to have one too, right?
Whoever's doing watches whenever.
I guess I see.
If
through
we
his
have
eyes,
people
but-
overlapping, then we can like specify when they're
Oop,
going.
I did a public one. 1 second. Hold on. Blind GM perception. There you go.
Cool. Whose watch does Striggy overlap with?
Okay.
Probably Zephylus's.
I know what to do.
Okay. And
I think can Striggy and Jibble watch together, and then we don't have to have someone on shift for it.
you can.
They both have their own
If you wanted
sentience. They could alert us if something happens. Jibble's gonna post up in the tree above me and watch the vicinity around me. He doesn't give a shit about everyone else,
Okay.
but he'll be watching. I don't think my imp needs to sleep, does he?
It's a summoned creature, right? I don't know. I don't think so, because most of the time it's just going to be in your little pocket dimension, to be honest. I never thought of it, though.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it either. Doesn't say he needs to sleep.
Lots of dice. One more. Cool. You are undisturbed this night.
Ooh.
Very cool. Same morning ritual, mage armoring up, and then using arcane recovery.
Same,
Cool.
but no arcane recovery. I'm just gonna use mage armor on myself.
Alrighty. During this day, you continue westward, reach a sort of moderately wooded area that's near the river, and then finally reach Paternomus. You are greeted by the sounds of the rushing water at the east side of the river, and the sort of large overarching presence that the temple imposes over the region immediately surrounding it.
Jared's gonna reach down into the river and wash his face with a splash of water, and then take a sip after traveling the day.
Tasty.
And he'll get up and head over to Oz. And he'll say, when was the last time you left Mortenia?
Wait, are they allowed to drink the water here?
You can do anything you want. King Rold can't says you can't. He didn't say you can't drink the water in the river Salve.
Okay.
Does he burst into holy flames from drinking the running holy water?
That is a good question.
Is spontaneous combustion?
Would he know it was
Something he
holy water?
I think everyone has heard of the river Salve that lives.
Okay,
in
I
Mortenia,
wouldn't drink
probably.
out of it then. Yeah, I didn't. I wouldn't drink out of it then.
Yeah, no one can stop me from what I want to do.
Jared's definitely gone more inland.
You know,
He has-
I'll take a drink out of it because I'm not literal werewolf.
I'm not a werewolf.
You don't know
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we're
Oh shit, do I burst into flames?
Hang on, let me check
Are
your
you a
environment really
werewolf?
quick.
Yeah, you. Oh shit! Yeah, it's all a joke until it's on you, isn't it?
Oh,
So-
shit. No,
Reach down, take a
you
sip,
do
and
not
you
burst into flames
Okay.
from drinking
Everyone
the
bursts into
water,
flames.
Zephylos.
You burst into flames.
Jared, I don't know.
Was that question directed towards me?
Yeah, I asked you, Oz. When was the last time you left the river or left Mortenia?
I never have. Have you?
I'll nod and I'll say, nope.
Nope.
Wow, you guys need to get out more.
You need to get in more.
Oh.
I'm
And
I'm in
I'll-
enough.
And I'll give him a shrug.
But yeah, we have to go speak with the person inside this temple. You guys are welcome to come if you want.
Don't think that will be a possibility. I'll hang out here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the building here, and I'm gonna say, I doubt they let smokers, and I'll pull a cigar out of my bag and spark it up.
What
It's,
kind of cigarette is it? Is they
Yeah, we're gonna head into the temple.
Okay. So, you cross the bridge, go into the little doorway, and inside there, you are... Actually, wait, hang on. There are guards posted on the bridge. I forgot that's a thing now. Which greet you. They recognize you still and let you pass without any issues. You then pass into the mausoleum beneath, which eventually will lead up to the surface on the west side of the river. However, you find Drezel down there in a little room nearby the larger room with the well and the statues. We can go over to this map here. Why not? Oh, but where are the active tokens? Boop,
They're inactive.
doo-doo-doo. They are not active.
the active tokens are inactive?
There we go. Aw, you guys that don't have your characters here can't see anything, can you?
I can see your stream, which is plenty good.
Okay.
I say, Father Drezel, how's it going?
Ah, you've returned. I'm very glad to see that. Things are going all right here. I'm still getting used to this security sort of presence, but it's going fine.
It's probably for the better.
Agreed. What can I do for you?
Yeah, well, actually, this is a very short trip. We're investigating different parts of Mauritania, to see if we can glean more into the goals of the vampires and why they'd be smuggling over their own kin over the river. And we might have a lead, but it's to the southern part of the swamp, and we've come to learn from the locals that that swamp is haunted with spirits of the damned who died of starvation or something like that. Um, they call those spirits ghast. You wouldn't happen to know anything about them, would you?
Well, yes, I have heard a little bit about it from the few that have managed to pass through here. The swamp is indeed haunted by horrible creatures known as ghasts, a strange form of undead that forms from the souls of those that starved in the swamp. It's not a journey to be taken lightly, though it's not impossible to make. Bring lots and lots of food and plenty of water with you, but especially more food than you should think you'll need. These ghasts, they seem to be, by all accounts, impervious to any form of destruction, even that of magic. However, they have been known to sort of give up on a chase if you run for long enough. Perhaps their souls are still tired from their great hunger.
All right. Uh, you and your men wouldn't happen to have a generous pantry that we could take some extra food from, would you?
Oh, certainly I could spare you some, of course. He's got like a bunch of like supplies down here. Starts rummaging through some sacks.
Yeah, because Zephylos has his normal rations and stuff, but like the idea is you want to go overboard.
Indeed. He pulls out oh, I don't know. He pulls out like 10 rations worth of food, mostly comprised of bread, cheese, and some dried meats.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add the 10 to my growing list. And I'll say, okay, well, my thanks. So there's no, like you said, they're impervious even to magic, eh?
Yes, unfortunately, there's only one person that I ever knew that was able to overcome it, but in fact, he lives in the very swamp. So if you were wanting to learn that secret, you'll unfortunately have to enter the swamp anyway. I might have mentioned him before. His name is Philemon Tarlock, an old sort of friend of mine. He lives hermited away somewhere in the swamp, I believe near its southern end.
Right? Well, if we see this filming, then we'll inquire, but we're hoping just kind of get in and out, so unless we stumble upon him naturally, I'm not planning on looking for him.
I wouldn't recommend wandering around in there.
Okay. Well, again, thank you, Father.
You're very welcome.
All right, Dermo, did you have any questions for the priest? Who was previously in peril?
It seems pretty straightforward. I mean,
Formerly in peril priest.
seems pretty straightforward. We need to go find Philoman and give him some builds on his man.
Have they given my my beacon idea any thought while I was gone?
Oh my god.
Just asking, you know?
Well, I don't. It's just not really what we're looking for.
It's just
You
the,
know?
the thought of defense beacons just gets me all fired up, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'll ask again later.
You're
Let's
fired.
yes. And all of Misselin could be too. Yeah, that's all I had to ask. Thank you, Jim, for having
Yeah,
a
yeah. I
small
didn't add
map
anything. There's really nothing for me to say. I mean, it
Yes.
seems pretty
Very helpful
straightforward.
map.
for this 3-minute conversation. Very cool.
Oh yeah, I spent hours just for this.
I know.
This is the
We've all
way.
been there. That's my
We-
goal as GM, to make the most pointless battle maps for like when there won't be a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you want to go talk to the innkeeper? Here's a map specifically of the bar, nothing else.
Cool. With that, he will send you off with a generic blessing from Saradomin for your protection.
Right. I will return the favor by not giving him one of Zaros's prayers. They don't tend to be very nice ones.
Hmm.
So that's his kindness that I give him. And yeah, we'll head back to the over the bridge.
All right. Pass by the guards on the bridge, and rejoin with the rest of the party who is waiting on the other side of the river.
See, as you walk up, why socks?
Wait, did you say my socks?
I said, why socks?
Hmm.
What? Okay.
You're walking in on Jared and Oz having a conversation.
Oh, that's what we walk in on.
Well,
Okay.
Jared, why socks? I'm
Yeah,
curious
yeah,
now.
please.
Oh,
Enlighten
see
us.
now I see the chat. Okay.
I'm so confused.
I'll say as he's saying why socks. I'm sorry, I was muted. I didn't know, but I'll say I didn't ask. He was an odd guy, and I'll look over to the party coming out of Patadermis, and I'll say, never mind the socks. What did you find inside?
So, a little bit of useful information. The first thing we already knew. When we go into the swamp, we want to be over prepared with food because most of it's going to go bad really quickly. But the second thing that I didn't know prior was this priest has a friend, Philemon, who lives in the swamp that apparently knows the secret to fighting the gas of the swamp. So if we stumble upon a hermit, we can talk to him and perhaps he'll help us out. But otherwise, we were advised that if we're being surrounded by gas, we should try to run, because apparently these ghosts get tired and stop chasing you after a while.
Why? Why did they say they gave up?
His theory is that they're souls of the starved, so maybe they're malnourished and just too hungry to keep chasing you.
I'll look over at Oz and I'll say, "Hungry souls. This sounds more up your alley, Mister Butcher."
Well, I think
Jesus.
the possibility of being able to pass through the swamp unscathed is very tempting to me. I would be very interested in finding this filament fellow.
Jared will nod.
Well, we only got vague directions. He's in the south. But, I mean, we could, but we were warned not to do too much wandering because that just increases the odds of us starving to death in a very anticlimactic way.
Is there a climatic way to starve to death? I'll ask.
If there is, I don't want to find out about it.
Jared will nod.
But regardless, we could do that if we're planning on going into the swamp frequently. It would be to our best interest of having a way of combating these spirits. But I personally just kind of want to go deal with Morden and then never touch a swamp in my life ever again. It's kind of the ideal path for me personally.
Once you are done with your business here, I still live in Mauritania, and that knowledge would help me a great deal.
Me as well.
If we have an opportunity, I would like to take it.
Me as well.
But
Jared
knowing that there is a man in the swamp is interesting. If we end up not being able to do that, I will definitely have to seek him out.
Well, okay. Well, you're doing us a solid. You're coming into this death swamp pretty unprompted. So I'll cut you some slack. And how about this? He said it's to the south, right?
Yes.
So we know that roughly where we want to go is directly south of Canifis, which is about a couple days out. We can go a few days down south directly before going a couple days out to kind of increase the odds of us stumbling into this Philomen.
What, do a
No.
roundabout pathway back to Canifis?
Well, again, our end goal is somewhere over here, right?
Right.
So instead of going directly in that direction, we can kind of do an L shape, and maybe we'll run into that hermit.
Mm. But that does increase our chances of running into other creatures besides hermits and things like that.
Well, a lot more running with the gas, so our food is going to be thinning out. But you can make good berries, and maybe the local fauna is edible. I don't know what grows in the swamp, food-wise. What?
Yeah.
Do you have
Nettles.
swamp cows?
There's some really good nettles where I grew up. We used to make
Yum.
a tea out of them.
Oh, you made nettle tea?
I'll look at him. I'll say, we did.
That sounds delicious.
It gets you messed up.
Oh.
Sounds like boiling grass, but I guess when you're hungry, you're hungry.
When you live in a swamp, your options are limited.
Snail.
Yeah, oh, I love the snail. Love a good snail, I'll say. And if bat's in
Is that
season,
the
I could eat
for-
bat all day long. Bat kebabs. You got a bat gumbo. I'll just start listing off the ways that they cook bat in Canada.
Why are you just freaking Bubba from Forrest Gump?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you know, we got
Same energy.
bat on the barbecue,
We got
bat
we,
and skewer.
we got bat toothpaste.
Oh,
We got it
Oh.
all. We got bat smoothies.
But
Yeah,
that's
And that's all I got to say about bat.
my favorite dish growing up, and I'm sure you remember, my mother's boiled snail.
Boiled snail. I'll say at the same time as him. Oh, your mom could boil a snail. How's she doing, by the way?
Oh, you know, she lost another finger, but you know. What
What's
can
she
you do?
down to? 5 or 6 now? Still above average for the average, you know, Mauritanian.
She's at a good 6.5.
Yeah, I'll wiggle my hands up. DM, I'd like to make it look like I'm only holding 4 fingers and to say, count herself blessed.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask, do people have more than 5 fingers here? But then I'm like, oh, probably shared between the 2 hands. That was a Dan being dumb, not a Cephalos, because he's a 18 intelligence character.
yeah, because
Right.
Zephylos never gets anything wrong.
When your 18 intelligence character is being played by a 14 intelligence Player.
That's a little generous
Or
there,
Is
Shab.
it? Okay. Is it a lower modifier? Are you 11? Are you at 11 or at 12 or what? Yeah.
I'm definitely not a 14. That's for sure.
Okay. No.
But yeah. Okay. So yeah, we can start heading south into a swamp of literal death.
Oh yeah.
Cool. First you have to rest though because you just used all of your travel for the day.
Okay.
So, yells to Mrs. DM, we need a refill. She might be sleeping.
Yeah, it's
I'm not gonna
late.
bother her. Wait, if I showed a giant version of Pengu, would you be satisfied with your redemption?
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's
I'll
fine.
try, but he might
Where
not.
is he? Where is
I don't
he?
have the small one. I have the. Hang on.
You have a big one? A big plushy version?
Yeah. Be right
Yeah.
back.
Put him in your chair and then just DM standing up next to the. You put the thing on Be Right Back. Worth it.
Oh, God, it's huge. Okay.
That's what she said.
So.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd have $1.
Hmm. Okay, so here he is. This is like side
That's
by
a
side.
big fucking Pengu.
It is a really big
That's
Pengu.
a big one, though.
We call this one Pongo.
He's a big one. That boy thick.
He's thick. He's like 2 feet tall. I think this is a 24-inch version of
It's
Pengu.
as big as your torso, so I no
He
doubt on
he
that.
is. He quite literally probably has the same volume as my whole torso.
That's a hell of a
It's
plushie.
massive. Yeah, I got this for Mrs. DM for I forget now, some holiday. Either her birthday or like Valentine's Day or something.
Hey,
I
boy,
can't remember because I've gotten her like 10 of these by now.
I mean, fair enough.
Does anyone need a corrosive spore hammer?
Yeah, I mean, but can you trade it to a hardcore Iron Man is the question.
I mean, it's not an Iron Man, so maybe.
I get back into RuneScape, right? I play a couple hours. I do a couple runs of ED3. Mind you, I'm 200 runs dry of a limb piece,
Oof.
right? Of a crossbow piece. My buddy playing on his iron. I'm on my mainscape to get a feel for it before I jump back into my iron, you know. And like he gets a mechanism drop on the first kill. I'm like, bro, I want to quit again. I'm done already. Like I'm just everything. The 200 kills dry is just coming back to me. I hate this game.
Live, laugh, languish with the many, many redeems today. Thank you.
Hell yeah. They're heckin' concerned about your hydration.
They
and your
are
posture.
concerned about my hydration and posture
Yeah,
very
They
much.
want you to live your best life, apparently. I'm here for it, you know what?
Yes.
Drink some more water while you're drinking water.
Oh my god.
I'm
I'm out of water. I have like 2 sips left.
Alright, well we got 2 more sips to get you
You're
in
gonna have
here,
to
you know?
get more.
Yeah. We need a break here anyways. I could use a 5-minute.
Yeah, you guys want to take 5 minutes? I'll
That'd
get
be
some more
okay.
water. Go to the
Because
bathroom.
my brain is completely shot.
Okay. Alright. Here, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll just put it on intermission. Okay, we'll be right back.
Yes, indeed.
I am back, yes.
Yeah, I've been here this whole time. I don't do anything when we go on breaks.
It's like I never left.
Well, no, literally, yeah. I was just talking to my wife while I killed time.
Shab said he can
Yeah,
hear.
great. You get some alcohol. No, Bobby, I wasn't saying it like that. I thought you were gonna just stop the word penguin. She was sleeping with the penguin, cheating on you.
I'm back. Sorry, I was going to the bathroom. I could hear you though. Go ahead, run it.
No, I need not repeat myself too often, but every night I will be trying to look at my star map and try to validate everything. You know how I do that thing where I validate my star map and try and get a third dimensional feel for the world that we are in.
On the stream. Hello. Now everyone can hear me.
I didn't miss anything.
Didn't miss anything.
Yeah. So with that being said, yeah. So I'm still checking my star map constantly. I'm still validating all the information and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I know that it's dark up top, I'm still trying to look, and I'm still trying to, do all the checking and stuff.
Alrighty. So
1 second, I need to check the hurricane. I just shit.
Sure.
Apparently.
Somebody was drawing on a map with Sharpie.
Awesome. Oh no, okay, we're good. Someone told me to check it. I'm okay still. It's gonna hit north of me. We'll be alright though.
Oh, good.
Probably won't lose power. I think Session will be over before it even is a concern anyway, so we're good.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, in this lightly wooded area that you currently are, there are probably a lot more places to find a good hiding spot for the night. And so you find one with ease, surrounded by several thick trees. Let's get some more of those rolls. Blind GM perception rolls.
Your favorite.
My favorite, yes. They're great.
Perception. It's a good choice. I like that.
These are so great, though. They're so much fun. Because only I will know. Until I tell you if it was bad. Cool. And let me just do something that is completely unrelated to anything at all.
I believe that.
I wouldn't. That sounds so sus.
Cool. You are undisturbed for this night.
We got really good luck with our
Wow.
disturbance.
Wait, say that again, DM?
You are undisturbed?
Say it again, DM, because I don't think we're going to hear it for a long time. What happened on this long rest, DM? We got attacked by what?
What?
What attacked us on this long rest?
Nothing.
What? All right. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's going on, guys. I'm scared, dude. I'm fucking terrified right now. We have all our spell slots? All right.
Watch tomorrow. Literally
Alright,
nothing can happen. So the one time we have spells, it's useless.
We're going to be ready for a combat this time, guys. It's going to be real. I won't know what to do.
This
It
drink
does
is really
seem like
good.
a lot happens when we're sleeping, though.
Okay.
Maybe it's just Mauritania, like the ghouls, the slimes, like shit just attacks us when we're sleeping.
So weird. Okay, from here, what is the path that you would like to take?
I guess who would know the area better?
Not us.
Me or
We're
Oz?
farmers.
Yeah, me or Oz really is what it comes down to.
Oz or I, you mean? We're in Mauritania, not Arn.
I have not spent a lot of time in this, like, the swamp south of Canopus.
I have spent a little bit of time outside of Canvas, all over Mauritania. I don't know how much the DM has, because we talked about it, Zaid. Remember kind of what Jared was doing in those years away from Canvas?
Did we talk about it? Because I forgot.
It should be in our DMs. I can give you a quick refresh if you want.
Yeah,
in
please.
DM. Actually, I could probably just go to where we talked about it in chat. And
If you have the date of that, I can see.
it should be like September 15th. We were talking about it.
September 15th.
Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Might have been.
Did we...
Might have been 15th. Did we talk in voice
We
chat?
might have done it in voice chat, actually.
Because I was on the road, right? I was down at my parents'.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did voice
That's
chat
what
for
it
that
was. Alright. He's been a little bit of kind of all over, but not like extensively. Because of remember what he was trying to do in his background when we talked about it? I can refresh you again.
part. Please
You
do.
were all for it. Yeah. I DM'd you pretty much.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
Yep. Uh-huh. Okay.
That was the gist.
Okay. Makes sense.
But like how much he knows of certain areas, I'll let you decide completely.
Right. Okay. I guess, I mean, it's up to you whether or not that would have found you traveling.
That's
through the swamp.
essentially how he gained his power, though. But that's what that right there. That last message was his main tactic, which feeds
Okay.
into his background, if that makes sense. I
Right.
kind of mentioned a little.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, I don't know what exactly he did because we didn't go into it. I was going to let you kind of take off with the idea of with Charlotte's in the background.
Right. I mean, I don't know that there would be much reason for him to spend time south of, like...
Probably not the swamp, but he
Yeah.
probably spent a lot of time in any area that would be interesting enough to his
Yeah.
patron.
Most of those areas are probably, like, north of the swamp.
Then that's where he
Because
knows.
there's not really much
Yeah.
going on in and
Yeah,
south
Jared
of it,
would say
as
he
far as
isn't
he
sure
knows.
what's going on down near the swamp. He's heard
Yep.
stories, but there's not. He's heard a couple stories of the swamp, but he hasn't been there personally.
I've probably been like in the swamp once or twice, but not in like very far south.
I mean, we've probably all been to this. Like, dude, we probably grabbed a snail here or there, dude. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, the best snails come from the swamp. The meat's the sweetest when you find them in the swamp water. But, like, everyone knows that. So, like, we've probably all been to the swamp. Does that mean we're a master of the swamp, Oz? No. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
like,
I'm thinking like I've probably been there enough to experience the gas personally, but haven't like certainly never been as far south as Morton or even as far south as where Philemon would be in the game.
yeah, in the game, fair.
Mhm.
I would say I've probably been in the swamp and not in the swamp, right? Like, I probably, like, popped in a little bit, grabbed a snail, maybe a mushroom or two to check it out, and I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't for me. There's easier ways to traverse. So, we're probably not the best info for you, but we got some info for you.
Okay.
Definitely have never eaten a snail before, so I'm the least useful here.
Where were we going with this?
Direction.
And we have directile dysfunction.
All right, that was the best joke of tonight, and I'm not even happy about it. It was good. It was good. It was good, and I hate it.
I appreciate it. I was thinking of that for a long time.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been, because it was a bad joke. It was really bad, and it was still the best joke tonight. So I'll give it to you.
Here's the problem: is I have a kid, so I have to make dad jokes.
No, I think that's what won it. I think, yeah, you sealed it with how bad the joke was. It's just a good bad joke.
Right,
Good
right,
job.
right.
Well done, August. You win tonight. I think I win a
Thank you,
couple,
thank
so
you.
I'm okay. I'm okay giving you tonight. Yeah.
Wait, I win? We haven't played that in a while.
Yeah, I win.
True.
No, we don't know about I win.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys
shit.
don't know about
where
it.
that-
See, the thing is Dermo's the only guy now that calls it I win. We would totally know what it was called.
Yeah.
We're humans from Gillinor. Like, we would know. So to the swamp.
So
I
where
guess.
to?
Well, I can't see the map anymore, so I don't.
Yeah, I can't see the map either, but I can see your stream.
What?
It did like a soft reload, and now all I see is the background.
Because you do characters.
Wait, what?
I'll refresh the page, see if that helps.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm refreshing.
What if I like wiggle the token a little bit?
I'm refreshing
I could see it the whole
fixes-
time for what it's
I'm
worth.
telling you, dude, Foundry, refreshing it fixes like 85% of the problems on Foundry.
Yeah.
I'm getting gray screen, which is good. It means we're loading, right?
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Just getting that slow load.
Just getting the gray screen. Love it. We can see your stream though.
It's a
Zig.
big
Continue.
old JPEG.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
Let me in. Let me
me
in. Alright, can you guys see it now?
Almost there.
He's almost there.
98%. All right.
Yay.
So I think the idea was like going out to here-ish and then kind of going in the general, mostly southward direction, kind of somewhat parallel to the river, but like mostly trying to like get south and then going over.
Okay. Cool. Then first would be down the road to about there. That is half of your day's travel. Nothing all too interesting on the road here. You're pretty close to the border, so there's not. You think there might not be quite as many dangerous creatures here. Then you said just straight south from here.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think we were doing this, and then this
yeah.
Okay.
was the idea.
So not like perfectly south, but
Sure. Angled a little bit. Okay. Well, we're gonna take it like space by space because we are on a grid.
that's
So-
totally fine.
We'll start by going here.
This is when hexagons are the bestagons.
True. And yes, I've seen that video. If that's what you're referring to. Okay, so let me take a quick look because we're gonna have some interesting extra things that we do for this travel. So, from this point forward, food and water actually matters. Wow. Okay.
Hard mode?
So, during travel, probably everyone in the party will take up some kind of role. There are a number of things that you can do. So, you're going to need one person navigating. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere.
We have a ranger.
Yes, indeed.
Not that we know about, though.
I believe his
haven't-
preferred terrain would make sense. I don't know what he picked, but I can't imagine he picked something that wasn't what he's lived in his whole life.
I think we
Yes,
used
sir.
Revised Ranger, which doesn't have favored terrain.
Oh, really?
Instead, it has like some other features that are
You
like
didn't-
actually good in every campaign.
Favorite terrain's pretty good in this campaign right now.
Maybe.
I mean, I still get some benefits.
Yeah,
Still,
what is it that you
I'll look over to
get?
Oz and I'll say, "You're always better with a map."
Natural Explorer.
I
Which
just wish we had a
is,
map, you know.
Star map. You want
but
star
it's
map?
like a couple of cool things. You're skilled at navigating the wilderness. You gain the following benefits when traveling for an hour or more. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. Oh, I forgot about that one. That's actually really important because this is all difficult terrain for the purpose of travel. So congratulations, your travel
Wait,
speed just doubled.
It doesn't work. We're not in the wilderness. We're in Mauritania.
Oh my god.
Ah,
You know what? Never mind. You get to go slow. You got me. Okay. So let me read all of these actually because they might be important. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. Your group can't become lost except by magical means. Even when you're engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. By the way, these all, if it says like you instead of your group, I'm referring specifically to Oz only. Let's see, if you're traveling alone, blah blah blah. When you forage, you find twice as much food. When tracking other creatures, you can learn some extra info. Okay. So, anyhow, he gets those benefits. Some of them apply only to him, some of them are relevant to the whole party. So you're going to need one person to navigate, which will involve survival checks unless you are a rogue ranger.
I will
I'm
volunteer
not a
to.
ranger. But I might multi-class into one.
I think it probably makes the
Bobby.
most sense to have me do it logically, just because
Okay.
I'm probably not because my skill set.
Alright.
I did also offer to do this for them.
Okay. Let's see. Other things that you can do. You can forage for food and water. You can gather materials for potions or anything else that is plausible. You can keep watch for danger. Let's see. Anything else that you think makes sense, you can do that if you explain to me.
I will say any time that it is a new day and I have, what do you call it? My spells refresh, I will immediately do a good berry
Cool.
for food reasons.
Okay. So, when would you like to do that first? Because I don't know if you like, do you guys like all just like eat a bunch of good berries in the beginning of the day and then you don't have to eat anything else? Or
That's a
do you
good
like
question.
eat in the middle
I mean,
of the day? I don't know that we've ever really cared to.
I don't think there's any reason
elaborate
not
on
to
that.
eat early, right? I mean, let's be completely honest with ourselves.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that
If you
benefits
know
us.
you're going to be full for the whole day. Well, wait, maybe I'd have to explain good berries to them. Have they ever had good berries?
I have not, for sure have not. You're the first druid I've ever met.
So we're still in the like afternoon stage of
I have rations.
Right. So I'll explain to them that I will have these on hand for in case starvation happens, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll explain the gist of good berries.
DM,
Good
actually,
berries.
as he's explaining this to me, can you explain what a good berry is? I'd love that because I have something I want to flavor into it. It'd be fun.
Okay. Well, I can create using my druidic history from where I come from these special berries that seem to only grow on my homeworld called cherries. They are created from the essence of the earth, and they sustain a life for the entire day.
A small berry can sustain a life for a whole day.
Only if you
Very much
believe.
like Khan.
I'm just kind of looking at it. I wasn't trying to sound like Khan. It was more inquisitive. It can sustain a human life for a whole day.
Little Freudian slip there.
It did sound a little like Khan.
I've never had to eat after having one, and I'm twice your size, so I presume they'd work the same for you.
I'm gonna put my palm out.
I will put one of my good cherries into his palm.
I'm gonna like test its tensile strength. You know, like give it a little kind of press with my fingers, like it. Does it like pop? Like, what's the consistency of your good cherry?
If it's a cherry, then yes, it would pop.
If I'm not putting too hard, I'm not pushing too hard. Like I'm putting like a little pressure on it. It's like to see if it's
These aren't
giving
like
resistance.
Cherries. These are more like maraschino cherries than what do you call it, cherries?
I got you. So yeah, it's gonna gush a bit. I got you. I'll like look at it and I'll pop it in my mouth and look at my hand and see like all the maraschino juice pretty much. And I'll be like,
yeah.
Are you supposed to keep me full a whole day?
Tell me if you get hungry later, and I can rectify the situation.
I'm gonna like kind of suck on it a little bit because I've never had one before. I don't know how to eat it, you know. But like be weird about it, and then I'm gonna like swallow it whole like a pill. I'm gonna go. It's not bad. I'll look over to Oz. I'm like, give it a go. It's no snail.
I mean, if you want to call it a snail, I'm sure it would taste a lot better though.
Quick question. When did Dermo make the berries in the morning?
Well, okay, so we had walked to the what's it called, and we set up shop after, right?
To Potadomus, yeah.
After Potadomus,
and then you slept like just outside, and then you moved like a little bit along the road, and then you entered the swamp.
Right. So this is the same day as Potadomus, or this is the next day?
This is the next day.
I mean, with that, the morning.
Yeah, I still have all my spell slots, so I'll go ahead and do it.
In the morning.
Yeah. I'll do it when we're about to head into the swamps.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, let me okay. What role is anyone else that wants to do one of the roles doing?
I want to forage for herbs while Spriggy watches.
Okay, I'm gonna write these down. Zephylos, forage. 3 watch. What the hell is his name? Oz. Navigate. And he can also watch at the same time because he has cool features. Jared. What is he doing during travel?
So Jared will be kind of you'll see him shuffling through his bag at one point, and he'll pull out kind of like a small, simple amulet with a shifting red gem with kind of like a cloudy energy moving about in it. And he'll look down at it, and I'm going to give you the Arcana check right now, DM.
Okay.
This needs to be a 10 or higher.
Oh, right.
I don't even know what it was because it's blind. Was it 10 or
18, you're fine.
Okay. And like a magic 8-ball, he's gonna like hold it and like kind of give it a shake, and then look down at it. And you'll hear him say like, "Nice." And I'll kind of look around to see if anybody saw it, and I'll put it back in my pocket. I just got access to the create bonfire cantrip for today, by the way, DM. Using my Dark Shard amulet.
Ah, cool.
In addition to that, like, he'll... Go ahead.
Is the way that this works not that you operate the item when you want to cast the spell, and then you just cast it right there?
I believe it gives me access to the spell. If I fail, I don't even have access to it, right?
Let's see. It says you can use it as a focus
Oh,
for
it's an
warlock
access.
spells. You can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. You make a check, and if you succeed, then you just cast it.
I thought it was a for the day. Okay.
Oh no, that would be much better item.
Yeah, I guess so. I was gonna use it for utility mostly.
Yeah, that's good use for it.
Fine, I'll save it. Actually, I'm gonna use it to cast friends then. That'll make it.
I light up like
to cast friends.
Yeah.
I'm a friend.
Who are you casting friends on?
Cephalos.
What is friends?
You know he does know if you.
It would be nothing more than him, more or less. He just can't be hostile towards me when I decide to have conversation with him. It's more of a flavor DM discretion. You know what I mean? Like, he might know I'm doing it, which is fine. He might be angry about it, but as long as he's my friend, he's not angry about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine as long as Dan
it's up to
doesn't
Danny,
care that we're casting enchantments on one another.
So I won't do it in any malicious way ever. That's kind of how I don't think it's fun to do it against other players. If it's just a new player coming into the party, right? I hate that you posted the JoJo. Oh, it's terrible. I hate that. That's so
Dan, you're
bad.
muted.
Yeah, Danny's muted.
Or dead.
Hurricane went all the way up to Canada.
Either way, I'm okay with not casting it on him either way, or not using the amulet. I misunderstood.
Okay.
My intelligence is like my dump stat, pretty much. I
In
think,
the
right?
doctor, too.
Okay. So. Let's do. Oh wait, I was still making my list of who's doing what. What is Jared doing during the travel time? I think that was my original question. Is he going to be like
Yeah,
keeping
no,
watch,
he's
gathering food or water or
yeah.
something?
So he's gonna let them all do what they need to do. But he will kind of plop down near a wooded area and kind of half-ass look for firewood, like gather a bit of kindling, and then begin to read a book in it that he's got.
I'm talking about like during the travel itself,
Oh, I thought you were talking
like
about.
while you're moving.
Yeah, I know. Then he's just gonna read his book when he can. He's just gonna read a
Okay.
book. Yeah, he would do the amulet, but he's just gonna read a book if he's
Okay.
just traveling. I thought you were like while we're looking for shit. Yeah, I don't care about
Yeah.
looking for
Okay.
that. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm just gonna read my book and talk to Oz if he wants to talk.
Cool.
I was going to
Um,
talk to Mythilos, but he's not here, so.
Dermo.
Good morning.
Do you want to, during the travel time, do something such as gather potion materials or food, or
Well,
assist
do
with
I
keeping
consider this
watch?
area dangerous, or is this an area that I would be like, nah,
Uh,
this is fine?
I'm talking about like once we're in the swamp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do I think it feels dangerous, or does this feel like a pretty normal area?
Well, we just spent the past couple of days learning from several sources that it is very dangerous.
Right, but I'm saying, do I consider it dangerous? Like by my
Um,
experience so far, do I think this is a dangerous area for me to do something like that in, or is this like
I mean, that's up to you. What you think that Dermo
I don't
thinks.
I haven't seen anything to say it's dangerous, right?
You have heard multiple first and second hand accounts about the dangers.
Yeah, but they're little baby back bitches, to be honest. They're not
Okay.
adventurous.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I don't have any need to just this moment, so I'm not going to go out of my way. But if I saw something cool, I'd stop and grab it. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna because I just did it on the way to Paternomus. I think I'm gonna hold off for a minute.
Okay. Okay. This is my list of what people are doing.
Please stop.
Cool. So, let's see what happens as we traverse the swamp. Okay.
What's the deal with internet?
You, so the map here, deviates a little bit from how I kind of would have liked it to look, but, you can consider, like, the area that you're currently in and everything south of it, to be swampy. So, as you deviate just about only a couple minutes south of this trail here, you have entered the swamp. The terrain here is wet and disgusting and a little bit smelly. There are frequent times where you have to wade through ankle-deep or even knee-deep water in order to get anywhere at all, slowing your travel down significantly if it were not for Oz's seemingly excellent navigational skills, as he directs you to the most efficient paths through the nasty swamp. The area is also quite foggy, which makes it difficult to see any more than, say, 100 feet ahead of you. And the sky is covered with these thick clouds that I have often described. However, you press on through. So, let's do some rolls, shall we? Do 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 do. Okay. And one more. Dude. Okay. You make it to about here, and I set up a fancy roll table for random things that will happen in the swamp. So let's roll it. Ooh, what's this one?
Very cool. It's all private.
It is private because I don't want you to see what it is while
No,
I'm
I
setting
know.
it up.
Exactly. Everybody just sweat a while, I guess. I'm not sweating. You're sweating.
Okay, let me find a map for this one because we need a map, ladies and gentlemen.
The map, the map, the map. I am the map.
The map.
He's the map.
He is indeed the map.
That's my nickname in college.
The map.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like there's a story, and I
Is that
also
a-
feel like we don't have
Is that a
time for
joke?
Sorry, that was in character.
it.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Not that Oz could have gone to college.
Okay, let me set this up real quick. I didn't grab the thing and toggle navigation. There we go.
All of it, or did you leave that now?
Oh, no, not that one. That one. Untoggle navigation. There we go. Okay, got a nice little spot there. Copy that over. Let's preload the scene for everybody while we're waiting. Uh-huh. Yup. And let's get some lads in here. Oh, do I even have any lads for this? Oh, jeez.
You run out of ladders.
I may or may not have forgotten to upload some relatively unimportant tokens.
Ah.
Hmm.
As our
Okay, I'll
rules
just
today.
use guards.
Yeah.
They're not actually guards, though.
What
Oh
they
wait,
say
I can
about
use
is
Earnest.
Imagination.
Well, yeah, sorry guys, you're gonna have to use your imagination.
Is that what part of the player handbook is that? Hold on.
Oh crap. Every part.
I guess it kind of is. That's the joke, right? D&D's mostly imagination.
Oh, it's 4.
Imagination plus
Okay.
math rocks.
And then Pathfinder's just math rocks. It sounds like there's no imagination. It's just there's rules for everything.
It means the GM's job.
It's Pathfinder taking the fun out of fantasy.
A lot of people call it Mathfinder.
Yeah, it's Realism Finder.
I
Let's
would-
play a hyper realistic fantasy world.
If you want realism, you're probably gonna have to go to something else because it's
Yeah,
not
it's
even
cool.
close to realism.
Well, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of rules for all the things that people don't think of.
yeah. There is in fact a rule.
I think Pathfinder's really cool if you like are super into like your character and making your character and telling a story with your character, which is awesome. Yeah. That's like the one appealing thing about Pathfinder to me. But everything else is just like I don't want to play another game mode.
You can make a like almost any character concept.
Anything you want. Yeah, it's super cool. That's the biggest thing to me.
I made a fighter that could summon a rake and use it as an effective weapon. Just like a rake out of thin air.
That's, were you like a Phantom Gardener? Yeah, I have a lot of. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is appealing parts of Pathfinder. I just don't know if I want to learn it for those appealing parts.
Okay, I'm ready. Party has traveled for 6 or 7 hours when they begin to see a light flickering up in the distance, peeking through the fog.
Oh,
It is flickering. Seems to be fairly bright, brighter than a torch or a lamp by a little bit. But you cannot see exactly where it is coming from.
Seems like a thing to investigate. Have I heard of it, like will-o-wisps or something strange bait creature in the swamp?
Say that again?
Have I heard any sort of light-based creature like will-o-wisp or anything in the swamp?
Oh, like a light-based creature? Mm,
Do I this could be a danger or is like
you haven't heard of
just
anything
what okay?
like that, no.
I'll
I'm
suggest
fine
that
now.
we
Too much
it-
stuff at once.
point it out to anybody who hasn't seen it yet, and I suggest approach cautiously.
No, this is like a lot of stuff's out. I didn't think part of.
Harper? Emma. Why are you being rude?
And I guess unless somebody has any objection, we'll approach cautiously.
Okay.
Oh, I can also use create or destroy water if we needed that, right?
For drinking water, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I was just thinking about like for our travel, like obviously good berries will get us by so far, but water, because we're in a swamp, we can't drink any of this water.
Could be super helpful.
You can attempt to forage potable water.
Yeah, or I could just create it like a god.
It's a
Yes.
cantrip, right?
Very true.
No, create or
It's
destroy is the
not
first.
no, it's first.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Pathfinder.
But I use my
You can
staff
create
and my
infinite water
cantrip
magically
together.
in Pathfinder. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a gallon per caster
The-
level or 2
the-
gallon per caster level.
The global water crisis is instantly solved.
Yeah.
Dude, isn't it crazy though? Like in D&D and stuff, like how any item can be like even scarce when you have like some of the most powerful wizards in the entire universe.
But
Like they're just lying, saying that they can't create shit.
D&D is it's the spells are made for adventurers, not for world building.
Can you imagine just some wizards like, oh yeah, gold? Never mind, here you go, billion gold.
Okay, so as you get closer to the flickering light, you can see that it is a small campfire that a group of what looks like 4 people have set up and are huddled closely around. 2 of the people are sitting on the ground and warming their hands. The other 2 seem to be sleeping or lying down.
Are we like within earshot at this point? If I like whisper, or is it just gonna be super obvious that we're there?
You are about 60 feet away when you can start to actually see them, so you can whisper.
Okay.
How many
people? Well, I whispered
4
to
people.
the rest of the group. It'd probably be best if one of us go say hello, or we can just leave them and continue on our way.
Well, I'll just tell you, Zufflos and I have 0 social skills, so you might want to pick one of you 2.
I'll approach him.
All right. The rest
Okay.
of us should stay out of sight, but nearby in case he needs help.
You said it was 2 of them, DM.
4.
4. Which of them looks the most like unkept?
They all look very unkept. They are dressed in ragged clothes, appear to be very thin.
And they're around a fire, you said, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them talk like acknowledge me as I approach?
Yeah, as you get a bit closer, one of the ones that is sitting upright will notice you and turn over to you and go, "Oh, oh, who are you?"
My name is Jared. I'm from Canifis. And you?
Let me look at my list of names on my table of names. Oh crap! I needed to update this. I'm gonna start
This is a
repeating
very
names,
odd
but I
name.
don't care.
Yeah.
Flynn.
Where are you from, Flynn?
I don't really have much of a home, but I grew up here in Mauritania.
Didn't we all? You look like I did when I grew up. I was stealing food.
I could
You
use some
hungry?
food. Yes, we're starving.
I'll reach into my bag and I'll realize I only have 2 rations, and I'll give them 1.
Oh, thank you. He like very quickly
Oh, hold up,
snatches it
hold up.
from you,
What? Oh,
starts
oh,
eating
okay,
it.
never mind. Cool. Okay.
I'll
I get
say
10 good cherries for spell use, just so you know.
Yeah, but you didn't come up here, did you?
No, yeah, I realize that.
And I'll kind of break up one of the rations and kind of. Actually, you know what? I won't. I'm chaotic. I'm gonna give him the whole ration and let him decide.
He eats it himself.
Good. Fuck it. I'm gonna look at the other 3 and I'm gonna say, "That's all the food I
So,
had."
2 of them appear to be lying on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
not conscious. It looks like they're breathing though. The 4th guy is sitting, but he is like completely spaced out and has not acknowledged this conversation as of yet.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the other one who didn't get to eat. I'm gonna see the 2 that are like nearly dead. And I'm gonna say, "When was your last meal?"
The guy who had already spoken to you, like very, like in a very weak motion, like taps on his arm.
On mine? My arm?
No, on the guy who hasn't spoken yet, his arm. And then the guy pipes up and he, without turning his head over to you, he's like, we've only eaten scraps for a few days now.
I'll look
Not
over the
enough.
one that just ate a whole ration. I'm gonna say, "Well, he's good for a while." What? I'm gonna say, "I don't have much left for you. I gave him a ration hoping he would share it, but he go for the whole thing. So I'll let you handle that." And I'll kind of walk over to the 2 on the ground.
He continues like just breathing very slowly, completely spaced out.
I'm going to run my fingers through his hair, and I'm going to say, "It's a shame." And I'm going to cast Fester Chaos on him. I'm going to say, "It's over now," and cast it.
On the guy that which guy?
The one that's nearly dead. I'm going to put him out of his misery. Because I
Okay.
don't have any other thing to do for him, and no one else wanted to help. And
Okay.
I'm left to my own devices to handle this, and I will. To the best
Bing
of my
bong.
ability.
Okay. He lets out like a pathetic little like grunt, like, and then collapses.
I'll lower my head a pinch and rock it and head over to the other person that was on their side as well, begging for death, and I'll kind of tilt their chin up towards me and meet their eyes. What shape are they in, DM?
Which guy now?
The other one that's nearly dead?
There were 4 people.
There were 2 of them that were unconscious or barely
Yes.
breathing. Those are the 2 I'm handling right now.
Oh, you killed the unconscious guy.
Yeah, the unconscious
Okay,
guy.
I got
The
you.
one that
Okay.
didn't get a meal, he's upright. I was hoping he would share with his buddy. He didn't. He ate the whole thing. Can't do much for that. The 2 that are nearly death,
Okay.
I'm helping them.
Yeah.
So to speak. I'm gonna go to the other
When
one.
you didn't
That's
kill
on the
him, you
ground.
invited him with you to death.
I invited him to death. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna look at the other one. Like I said, I'm gonna tilt their head up. I don't know what it is, a boy or girl or whatever.
This one's
But
a
I'll
woman.
I'll tilt her head up and I'll look in her eyes, and I'll say, "Soon you'll be at peace." And
She is unconscious.
Yeah, I'll say it to her unconscious head, and I'll fester chaos as well.
This one doesn't even make a noise, but you could see that she stops breathing.
And I'll get to my feet and dust my hands off, and I'll say, "Good luck on your travels." And I'll head back to my party, and I'll say, "There's nothing we can do."
I'll shrug. Yeah, it didn't look like it. Continue on.
Alrighty. From this point, then I guess
As
you didn't
we,
actually need the map right now.
As we do move away, though, say, that was a good thing you did.
I'll nod and I'll say, "It's not that they deserve death." And I'll look at him, and I won't finish what I was gonna say.
At least they suffer no more.
I'll nod. And go back to reading my book.
He's reading and walking. Okay.
Can we-
The
can we
party.
see him commit the murder?
Good question.
I would have been I would have been as subtle as I could about it. It's not something I'm trying to advertise. These people were dying.
Did you make
Yeah.
a vocal component twice though?
Yeah, my vocal component was "Soon you'll be at peace" on the second
Mhm.
one, and the first one, my verbal component was whatever I said to them, because I said something. I made sure to say something to both, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
just yelled, "You're dying now!"
And my
I mean-
my somatic component for the first one would have been my hands running through its hair, and the second one would have been caressing the chin.
so I mean, if you did cast spell with vocal, it would probably have been pretty obvious that you did something.
They would have heard
Um,
the whisper, if anything, as I did both. I
Even
think
then,
they heard
if
anything.
he just said something like, you'll soon be with whatever," I would have assumed he's just helping him, like talking to him while he's dying. That's like,
I mean, the thing
I feel like
about
it-
like vocal components, at least the way that I do it, is that like it's like a relatively loud amount of noise.
Yeah, but even then,
see
he's
what you're
not saying,
saying,
like,
but
I'm
I also
killing-
let my party members, if they want to do it stealthily, I'll let them roll it stealthily to see if they can get their component off, like get their verbal component off without being
If he
heard.
just-
It's not something I was
think-
trying to hide either, so it's not something
Okay.
I'm trying to do stealthily.
That's fair.
But I wasn't trying to advertise that I was casting a spell to,
Right.
you know what I mean?
I feel like what he said was somewhat innocuous though. Like he's not saying like I'm murdering you right now. He's saying like, you will soon be on the other side or something like that. Like something that you'd say to someone who's dying.
Yeah, just really generic
Maybe a little
is what he would have kept it
not
super
like-
generic for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like, hey, I'm literally stabbing you right now or something.
Like if somebody asked me what I did, I would have told them. It's not like I'm trying to hide it.
Right.
It's just I think that maybe if anything, Jared came back and he figured exactly what he figured. They were just kind of shocked by his resolve, and that we're gonna carry on now.
Makes sense. Okay. So the party travels then for only about another 30 minutes to the south before it is time to set up their own camp because they are tired. So I think we'll end here for today. Just about out of time.
Just end it on a murder. Or a double.
Yeah. Okay. We will continue with our travel next time.
He's actually just a vampire, just sucking blood out of people.
All right. Let's do our three favorites, and then we'll wrap up.
Instead of a favorite, can I do my biggest concern?
Yes.
Right. What a way to end a session. Just like, yeah, you're dying, buddy.
It's good.
No, whoever wants to go first, I'm fine with going second or third.
It felt like a long session, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like for once we did a lot.
Yeah, kind of.
We made a lot of progress,
We
but we
usually
also
stay in
got
one
to
area the
back.
whole session.
Yeah, because
And
we were in the middle of like one thing, and then we finished that, and then we just did something that was like really fast, and then we started another thing that was also relatively fast.
So my favorite thing that I did was not understand how a Dark Shard amulet works.
If you want, you could swap that.
No,
with
I'm gonna.
something
Now
else.
that I know, I'm totally gonna use it for what it. I kind of had. I wanted to add a little more kind of robust utility to Jared. He doesn't feel one note, but he feels super strong in combat and super strong in social situations, and not so much for survival utilities, so much for investigation utility, stuff like that. Not that he needs to be a jack of all trades, but there's just some things he's super dull in, and like 2 or 3 things he just shines in. And I wanted to give him a little bit more, but I can still do that with that. I'm not worried about it. Favorite thing I did, I think, had to have been at the end there. I kind of did that little bit with Jared to kind of, I don't know, give a little window in. No one else wanted to jump in on that encounter, so I saw it as an opportunity to kind of role play. Something that the party did, or something else in the party did, was during the slime combat. I loved that Dermo healed me. That was fucking wild.
Yeah.
I got knocked on my ass, and Dermo didn't heal Zephylos as a reaction. That was surprising.
Look, okay, we're getting closer to me actually being useful.
He's like, Dermo's really becoming a druid, and I'm loving every step of the way. Honestly, it's fun. It's fun to see.
I'm learning how to be a druid. Keep learning it.
What was it? The vegan-based leather bit that was solid. Like, I think honestly, my highlight was just kind of seeing the little tidbits of Dermo becoming a proper star druid, like you love to see. Something that the DM did. Hinting down into the swamp. There's a ton of stuff down there, and then what's his name? Philemon. I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of excited for that a little bit because it's like it felt like a big quest when we did it as kids. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But and then when you get older and you run it on all, you're like, I do it in 10 minutes. But like now we're running it in D&D and like hearing Philemon again and like thinking about all the druidic rituals and stuff like that went on down there and like how it could fit into a D&D setting. I think that kind of setting up for that, I'm a little excited for that, Zid. Kind of getting to run through it one more time, but in like a more realistic setting with the character. It could be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I'm excited for what's to come. I think that was kind of my highlight, was hearing about the swamp and Philemon. And I didn't go into Patadermis to hear about it personally. I had an RP session with Oz outside, but I liked that bit inside as well.
Very fair. Yeah.
I'll go next. Like my favorite thing that another player did was definitely, Jared putting those people out of their misery. It was not only very flavorful, but also a good reminder that like he's from Mauritania. Like this is like it's a much harsher lifestyle out here. It's not an evil act. It's just it's what you do.
Kind of like the concept of like eating dogs in other countries versus the American view on it and so on and so forth.
Yeah. And my favorite thing that I did is related to that is after that walking away, like, him acknowledging that, or Oz acknowledging that what Jared did is, it's here, it's a good thing. Like that was a very, like it's a kind act out here, and so just kind of leaning into that. My favorite thing the GM did was, I know that setting up a bunch of stuff for like roll tables and hex crawls can be a good bit of work, and I appreciate that. So it always feels good to see that kind of thing come to fruition from like the GM perspective. That's always nice.
And all of us pretty much being DMs, we kind of can appreciate the time that goes into this, for sure. Shout out to Zaid, being the best DM this campaign's ever seen.
Oh my god.
Campaign literally would not be possible without
Is
him.
Danny okay though? For real,
Is Danny alive?
Yeah,
He's still muted.
Maybe he fell asleep.
he might have. It's.
Could you imagine
He's
just
Eastern.
We
falling
can play the
asleep
super loud Windows XP startup sound that woke up my other player in another campaign.
I can cast Toll the Dead on him, like the others.
Is there an opening for 3?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. For me, I'm enjoying that. Actually, kind of funny, like hearing him slip out of character and going back into a little bit of a con, or so on and so forth. Like, I just think that's hilarious. Like, trying to stay in character for the new character, but like just little hints coming through. I think it's cute. It's hard to let go of a voice once you get used to using it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, like definitely like learning him as a character, like not to say crazy, but definitely different from what we're used to, and I'm excited to see if that'll become a clashing point. Maybe like the sensibility versus the what we might see as barbarism or something like that. I do like when not everyone fully can agree on every single thing. I think it makes it way more interesting.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Everything that Dermo did. I do plan to start becoming more logic based with my heals and stuff, but it's gonna be really hard not to.
In time, bud. In time. You didn't get
Yeah.
anyone killed, so it's not like a major concern. You know what I mean? I'd be a little salty if it was like you were feeding heals into the wizard and the tank was dead. You know what I mean? I'd be like, bro, come on.
I would probably get if I healed up Zephylos and then one of the enemies killed the down player. I would be in so much trouble.
Yeah, you'd probably feel bad about it personally. I think you're just a new. I wouldn't have taken it to personally at all. Like it's just you're a new player. I think like Khan and Daishu were not fit for the party dynamic, and I think that Oz and Jared will slip better into what we kind of.
You guys are crazy so far, so I'm liking it.
So yeah, there's a lot going on with Jared, and I'm gonna start hinting at things here and there.
Very nice.
You figure him out until someone. Nobody wanted to talk to him on the walk, so we just read his book.
Yeah, I was having a lot going on at the time. I was gonna talk more, but I had a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't.
No worries.
I didn't have as much chance to do my normal dermo thing.
We got more sessions, man. No worries.
Yeah. It was. I had so much stuff going on my left and right that like, if I'd started trying to talk to my right, I would have mixed it all up and it would have just been like awkward. So I was like, I should just stay quiet. But otherwise, yeah. So, favorite thing that the DM did is, and I think I liked with the combat that like, I don't feel like the enemies did smart moves, but that makes sense because they're not intelligent creatures, and they kind of just attack what was closest. So instead of being like, they're all like on one enemy or something like that, like they wouldn't do that. They're not pack hunting animals. So like they did what's logical to them, which is just like engulf whatever's near them. And I feel like he's done a good job throughout the campaign of doing that, like not having the enemies be DM level smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll do mine. Something that I've been enjoying, dropping little hints about the swamp and etc. from Drezel and from random other characters.
Pretty excited.
And I've got some fun little things that will be interesting and totally not a pain in the ass. As we do what I'm guessing is going to be just like a nice long session of a bunch of travel things happening next week. So that should be fun. Something that one of you guys did. Oh, I don't know. Um, I'm completely blanking right now. I'm a little tired.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
a
10,
long
but
session,
really.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like more
I
tired.
mean, it wasn't any longer than like we
3
usually
hours like
play.
we normally do, yeah.
Yeah, just feels like it was longer.
We just got a lot
Well,
more
those
done or
days, you know.
something.
Maybe. We did a lot of little different things.
I really
But,
hate the JoJo gift, dude. It's terrible.
Oh, I thought it was like.
JoJo?
I didn't even think that Zephylos would just literally teleport out of the cube.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I was like, I forgot that he had Misty Step. I was like actually worried for, for him for some reason, but then he just yeeted out.
he
No
said
problem.
no thank you and just left.
No worries. Yep. Also, it was a result of just the encounter being literally perfect for it. But Oz shredding with sharpshooter was pretty cool. Yeah. I feel like there was an RP moment that I really liked toward the middle of the session, but I forgot what it was. It was something small. Completely forgot.
Hey, don't tell my wife that.
Huh?
Nothing.
Anyhow. Okay. I think Danny has fallen asleep probably, so
Yeah, I'm guaranteed you.
we'll go ahead and
You hear it, he'll wake up and he'll be like, "Where's everyone now?"
oh, Zephylos died, sorry. Sucks.
Yeah, we'll just tell him that while he was asleep, mobs were attacking, so you just let an AI play his character.
Alright, well, I
Alrighty.
will talk to you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
See you next week, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next week.
GG's. Danny, you're my boy, Blue. He can't hear us.